So do you guys know who Amanda Seyfried is?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Do you think she's cute?
Yep.
Do you want to see her suck a dick?
Yes.
Is it Pig's Pussy
Sure.
4?
Well, I have great news. There's been another nude celebrity leak, and I have been going crazy checking these photos out. So if you want to see Amanda Seyfried suck a dick or Emma Watson in the bathtub, just Google it. It's out there.
Okay, you're gonna send us links here in the private chat, though.
Of course I am. I will send you those later. But you know what? It's time for the show. Jiggity woohoo, everyone.
Jiggity
woo.
Jiggity woo.
And welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is the one, the only, Dion Green.
Oh my goodness, he is back and at it again. Lord be praised.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Oh, Jesus.
Up next, Coach Loudy. Take a knee.
Hide your wives, hide your sisters, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to World Class Bullshitters.
Up next, the Dr. Phil Seitz.
I'm an asshole.
Hey, that's
Well-
the first step to it, accepting it.
Well,
Congratulations.
I guess you are what you eat, Phil.
Loudy, you'd be the biggest asshole on the podcast, Mr. Hashtag.
That'll be me.
Up next, the last standing Samoan, Nick Udom.
Not these fuckers again.
Yeah. How's life treating you, Nick?
It's okay. I haven't thought about suicide today.
Oh, good.
Well, that's good.
We're going to talk about the Suicide Squad, so maybe that'll change.
Okay. Nope, fuck it, never mind.
We'll just hear a loud thud and then silence on Nick's end. Wow.
We just hear a gunshot.
Nick?
Up next, a man who has fallen behind the times in technology, but now he's back. Dan Kane.
Dead?
Close enough. And finally, everyone's favorite jiggity woohoo maker, Curtis Lindenfield.
Tonight's episode is being brought to you by the New York City Rockettes. The Rockettes, they're just a wave away from Nazis.
Oh my god. I bet you're going to trigger like 27 people with that comment.
Triggered!
Not enough.
I know, not enough. We need to be on a scale of like millions that we can trigger each and every week.
And millions!
Shh, we're going to get sued by The Rock. Shut up.
Okay, my bad.
So guys, last week you really enjoyed the show. Jiggity Woohoo is now a part of World Class Bullshitters permanently, and I have good news. If you head on over to incarnate-studios.com, you can get the Jiggity Woohoo t-shirt from World Class Bullshitters. So, you know, you love it, wear it on your chest. Also, quick plug, we are officially on Podbean. This is the first episode that is being recorded since we've joined Podbean, and you can check us out. It's worldclassbs.podbean.com. You can take World Class Bullshitters on the go. You can let your friends listen to it. You can save your data plans by streaming the episode that way. Also, we are going to tell you this right now. We're only putting the episodes 55 through episode 63 on. So if you want to listen to the back catalog of World Class Bullshitters, you can only get that on YouTube. You'll also be able to only get our drunk commentaries as well as the other reactionary videos we put out. So be subscribed here and there.
Be subscribed everywhere.
I want to add something quick to that. We are going to be doing a Patreon here soon, but we need your guys' help. So if you want to go to the comments right now and talk about some of the rewards or perks or benefits or whatever that you think we should offer, you know, for certain price tiers, we absolutely would love to hear that because we want to have this be very interactive and rewarding for you guys. So make sure to take some time and go, hey, if I contribute $5, I think I should be able to do this and stuff like that.
For $500, you can buy Curtis's next child. So, you know, get on.
Speaking of which, there will be a next child.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God, poor kid.
Already?
Yeah, I just keep dumping it in her.
God damn, you are going to have a Brady Bunch.
An army!
Also, make sure you subscribe to our Instagram as well. We'll be posting like crazy there for our WrestleMania trip. So be prepared.
Yeah, you're
Hey,
going to...
That, and I'm going to create a Snapchat.
Oh God.
Hey, here's a question, Nick. Are you going to post some strip club massacre stuff on Instagram for the World Class Bullshitters?
I most certainly will.
Oh, I can't fucking wait.
Yeah, I can't wait for this Saturday night either, because Nick, just tell everyone what's going to happen.
Boobs and blood, pretty much.
Oh.
Now, everyone, the fruits of Nick's labor, Strip Club Massacre, is finally going to be shown to the masses. So, in the coming weeks, we'll tell you guys how to pick up DVDs and all that stuff to help support independent cinema. But until then, Nick's excited to hang out with us and get drunk and watch a movie. And
Oh,
we might
definitely.
even see Brian Lape down there. So, Brian, even though you live about 15 minutes from me, I'll meet you 8 hours away and have a conversation about something.
You know, you could always just meet him in Target parking lots instead.
That's so meta.
You know, that sounds like you're going to blow somebody when you start a sentence out like, why didn't you meet him in a Target parking lot?
Well, first off, why the fuck would you blow someone in general if you're a guy?
Why would you
Two,
meet someone in a Target parking lot? How can
Hey,
you go
he
to
gave
Target and not go in?
he gave me alcohol.
Oh my
Now
god.
he's only 15 years old, by the way.
That doesn't
Well,
help.
jiggity
Casey
woohoo,
there,
you gave
Rowdy.
me away.
He gave me alcohol in a Target parking lot. What was I supposed to do?
True.
But in reality, though, he makes some killer homebrew, guys. If you ever get a chance, I would definitely see what you could do about getting some from him.
Did he give you the Bill Cosby effect?
No.
If by
And while
homebrew
we're whoring
you mean
things
what I
out-
think you mean, I don't want any of that shit.
No, I mean, like, he actually brews his own beers.
It's not white. He hides it well.
All right, Curtis, what were you
Well,
plugging?
and while we're whoring stuff out, of course, as everyone recalls, that if we reach 2,400 subscribers before your guys' WrestleMania trip, there will be a Snapchat video of all of the bullshitters except for Loudy smacking Loudy in the face. So make sure you get us up to 2,400 subscribers. And Loudy, great sport, awesome part of this team. Said
I'll do
he's
that.
very willing to take the full impact of all of you slapping him.
I'll do that for a Klondike bar. Fuck photography.
Hey, just real quick, Curtis, can I just be fucking sloshed off my ass, or do I have to be sober for this?
You have to be sober. I'm
If
sorry.
you
Oh,
wouldn't
God
have
damn
asked, you wouldn't have thought of that.
And if we reach 2,500, Loudy's gonna jump off of a balcony through a flaming table.
Head
With
first.
thumbtacks.
With no
Yelling
God.
butt first.
I'm
Well,
glad
butt
I'm
stuff.
going to bring all my camera equipment. Jesus.
All joking aside, though, Dan, we do owe the listeners a one-chip challenge video.
Yes, when I can find them.
Well, we're going to be driving down to Florida. I'm sure we'll stop in a couple convenience stores and check it out there.
I will buy every one of them that I see.
I'll eat one with you just because.
I can't wait to watch Dan die.
You're a
Oh
good.
my god.
So, I guess a quick shout out to the listener of the week. I have never mentioned this guy on air, but he's posted a comment that I love. This comes from Gnarl Kill Gulch. One of the few channels I automatically thumbs up the video before I even watch it. So thank you, Gnarl Kill Gulch. You're officially the listener of the week. Go forward. The honors
Do you
are.
know who the queer of the week is?
Is it the guy that
Is
talks?
it your future kid, or are we not counting that?
I don't even know what to go with that one. So go ahead, Curtis.
Social Rice King. He said, "My reviews hold no water." Now hear me out. I may like Batman versus Superman. I may like Suicide Squad. I may like Episode 7. So he's probably right. My reviews are shit.
You know, the first step is to admit. So,
We're on the road to recovery.
Mhm.
This is the bonding episode of World Class Bullshitters.
the bondage episode, my favorite.
And we're going to tie
Shit, after all the shit we talking, we're not bonded yet. This show has got no fucking hope.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
At
I'm about
all.
to say.
We made a fucking rape joke last week, and we ain't bonded by now.
Dude,
You
we've made
motherfuckers
rape
ain't
joke- we-
bonded. We
We've
ain't
made
bonded.
so many rape jokes, it's ridiculous.
We
What
need
did
to-
you do
yeah,
last week?
It's just
Jokes.
they're honest to God, honest to goodness good threats. Okay. I'm down with
Threats,
that.
promises.
Oh, okay. Oh. We just need a T-shirt that says "World Class Bullshitters," making rape jokes since 2015. I bet you we could sell 2 of those.
A whole two?
Well, no, you tell 3 because I'd buy 1.
Oh, okay. You
I-
gotta tell me what you'll buy, then I'll just keep making shirts that you buy 'em.
I have a question now. If you tell somebody that you're going to rape them, is it still considered rape?
It's not rape
Yeah,
if you yell
rape
surprise.
isn't based on you not saying, "Hey, I'm gonna rape you." If that,
Hey,
if that
if
was
you-
the case, Curtis would be in jail a long time ago with one less kid.
Only
Hey,
one.
if you say so, if you say surprise before you do it, it's not rape.
This is getting really dark.
Oh god.
So
Oh, now it's getting dark. Okay, cool. We got that out of the way.
If they're not old enough to vote, it's not rape.
Jesus
There it is.
Christ.
There it is.
There's gonna be an episode where we just do word blurbs or sound bites for everyone, and that's gonna be yours. If they're not old enough to vote, it's not rape.
Better than that
If
staring
we're,
at dicks.
if we're counting, he's definitely winning in the fucking sound bites department.
Oh
That's
hell
true.
yeah!
He did create Jiggity Woohoo as well as, I
Jiggity
can't stop
Woohoo.
looking at these
Let's
things.
stop looking at these dicks.
What does it say? If we don't trust Dustin's reviews about movies,
know
I don't
Dustin.
think we should trust his tenure in the law.
I don't know who Dustin is.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't know that.
Who's
I'm
Dustin?
sorry, Curtis Lindenfield.
Oh, that guy.
That
He sounds
guy
like
I
a
know.
Jew.
That Dustin name sounds fake and full of shit.
Curtis Lindenfield sounds like a dirty fucking Jew.
Whoa,
Is there
hey.
any other kind?
Filthy rich. Anyway, this week's episode, we're going to discuss a myriad of topics because we're going to try something new tonight. To stay fresh and relevant, instead of me writing the show, I asked the guys to bring up a topic, entertainment related, of course, that they feel passionate about or just want to talk about on tonight's show. So that's what we're going to do. It's going to be kind of like a news session, except it doesn't have to be relevant or topical. So before we get into that fun stuff, let's cover the news because next week that is irrelevant. So most of us have news. Who would like to go first?
I can go first.
Okay, Nick.
I got some things about Netflix. Something just came up. They plan to change their rating system.
No more 5 stars?
No, no more 5 stars. They want to do thumbs up, thumbs down.
Gay.
It's the worst idea in the fucking world.
Which, I mean, like, at least with the 5 stars, you have some sort of gauge of like what the movie is when you first pops up in your feed. But if it's just thumbs up, thumbs down, is it just gonna be a percentage then of like how many people like it and how many people don't? It's gonna be, especially if you're trying to rate something that you're not sure about. I mean, it's a very binary system that I think will like suffer severely.
Netflix
I'm not
is going
gonna
to
lie.
innovate themselves out of my money.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I personally like the star system as it is because it's like, I might not like something fully. I might kind of like it, so it won't fucking barrage me with bullshit that I won't like as much. Whereas if I just go thumbs up or thumbs down, oh, just because you gave this a thumbs up, check out all this other slew of fucking bullshit that you might like. No, I don't like this at all.
Yeah, that's what it seems like they're gonna do. They're gonna barrage you with emails and all kinds of bullshit. Like, hey, you might like this, and then you're gonna have.
It's going to
dumb.
piss me off because it took me many months to make sure none of those gay and lesbian movies showed up in my suggested for you feed. You see what happens?
Hey, I like the
Netflix?
lesbian ones. Lesbian ones are nice.
Okay, I'll watch like A Room in Rome and Blue is the Warm.
The L Word.
I'll watch all that shit, but I don't really. There was one called like Gay Bee, so I read the description. It's like, gay dude has baby with straight girl. 1 star, do not show me. It's like, I don't want to watch this. I'm using Netflix to watch reruns of old TV shows and movies I love, like Flight.
Yeah. I mean,
we already know Dion's story, so.
Jeez. Well, I mean, it seems.
Oh god damn! I can't wait for little contractors to be born and we can show them these episodes.
What are you gonna name your next kid, Dustin?
Contractious. We just
Curtis?
talked about that.
What is it, Dion?
Contractious?
It sounds like Confucius. Is he Asian now?
No, he just learned all his dad shit he takes.
He's gonna name it Finn.
Fowler.
Oh my god. Oh, I hope not. That kid's gonna hate himself.
That just sounds stupid.
Or Rafin.
Rafe.
Oh shit.
Put them
Just
together.
Just change a few letters and name him Rapin. It runs
I was gonna say, are you trying to make it sound like this is how you were conceived?
And then his middle name will be Snoke.
Rapin.
I mean,
Snoke?
you're on the Star Wars.
Rape and
kids.
Snoke Lendenfield.
Or you can make
Right.
it. You can take it to the Jersey Shore and make it Snokey.
You know
Go
what?
home.
I give Curtis a lot of shit on the show, but he's not that fucking
Dumb.
unimaginative that fucking Snowden, Snooky, like, come on,
Snowden Snooky.
I can
easy.
expect to be
Snowden,
named kid
Snooky,
Snowden.
McJones.
Get the man some
Jones.
I will be naming him Jiggity Woohoo.
He
Have his
hasn't
middle
earned
name
that.
be the third just to fuck with people.
I'm gonna copyright that word real quick so I get a quarter every time someone tries to print him like a T-shirt or a keychain or something like that.
Please
Fuck
do.
that! I
Jig-
came up with the phrase.
Jiggity woohoo the
Siegel
third.
and Schuster came up with
Lindenfield.
Superman, but it's DC that made the billions of dollars.
Oh, you're better than that.
I know.
No, he's not. He needs money.
Okay, so Nick, you're talking about Netflix. Are you gonna bring up the other stupid thing Netflix is trying to? No.
Of course I will. The fact that depending on what device you're watching your new show on, it may be different. If you're watching on
Please.
your phone, your Roku, your Mac, your PC, whatever, or, your fucking Apple Watch or whatever you're watching may be different.
Fuck
It's
you.
like they're making more and more people not want to be part of their service, and they're pushing them out. I know they have like Dave Chappelle coming. They've got a lot of Marvel stuff and Disney things that they're
Which
trying
is
to push
why
out.
you're all full of shit. You're all gonna still watch Netflix.
If no, for real, Dion, if all of a sudden I go to watch a movie on my phone and it's like different takes and a different edit of a movie, that kills the purpose of Netflix.
Well,
Imagine-
are they gonna change the movie? They're gonna change how you view it.
They
Like,
said they're going to edit the movie. There'll be different cuts of the film depending on what you watch.
Depending on the device.
Yeah.
so are we talking like original release, theatrical,
Any
director's
movie,
cut?
anything that's on Netflix, they said. So for
I mean,
example,
it's so broad. I don't see what.
No,
so
like,
are they gonna take? Are we talking about taking parts of the movie out, like TV type edits, or what?
Are they gonna like cut the frame?
they haven't
That-
said. They just said they're going to do.
Okay, then. So I don't. That's what I'm saying. Like all this, I'd at least wait, especially with.
How does it improve the movie, though? There's nothing to wait for. The movie is the way it's meant to be. I don't want them to edit Civil War so it looks different on my fucking phone. Oh, it's on my PlayStation. It's going to be different. Like, are they going to start charging? Like, hey, if you pay $20 a month, you're going to get the full HD experience now. Oh, but if you're just a basic subscriber, you're going to get some sub HD. We're going to fucking pan.
Well, here's
that's the thing.
Here's a paragraph from the article. The thought, it seems, is that there could be different versions of the film or TV show depending on what device it's viewed on. Imagine you have a super wide shot that's designed to look great on a 55-inch TV. On a smartphone, it's going to be much harder to see. It might make more sense for that to be a panned shot for someone watching the content on a 5.5-inch screen.
No.
Okay, so if that's not changing outside of anything besides the size of the TV, the size of your phone, I'm not seeing the outrage just yet. Now, if they're changing the content or changing it to where you miss a lot more shit, then yeah. But if it's from that paragraph, I'm not worried just yet. Outside of them changing like catalog options and shit like that.
Well, they already changed their catalog options. They have half the movies they did 5 years
Right,
ago.
but they're coming out with
a
more
third.
original stuff.
But their original stuff is bullshit, dude. There's like 5% of the shit they put out that I can enjoy. I don't want to watch fucking every comedy special under the sun. I don't give a fuck about Orange is the New Black anymore. I've never really gotten into House of Cards. Like, I like the Marvel shit, and maybe I'll watch Dave Chappelle and a few other things. Netflix is not like, I don't want their original shit. I pay you $12 a month to watch reruns of shit that doesn't exist on DVD. Like, I don't really need your content. I want to watch fucking old episodes of Miami Vice or something.
You know what it sounds like to me? Remember back when on DVDs they would do widescreen and full screen versions?
Because
Yeah.
people were dumb.
It's kind of like what it sounds. What they're gonna do here? They're gonna edit the frame of it so it looks better on your phone. I don't think you can do that because most phones are widescreen anyway, and most phones are HD. I don't see the point in any of this.
And where do they get off doing it? Like,
Right,
if-
and
I don't know.
don't
What
you
if-
need-
What if some director's like, it's my original vision. I don't want you to change it for a fucking phone. Like,
Right, you'd have to go through to each of these companies and talk to them about doing all this shit and sign contract. It seems like too much.
Well,
I
But if
imagine,
they sign it and they agree to it, then what the?
it seems like useless change though. Like I don't think anyone has ever gone, man, this panoramic shot would look so much better if it was zoomed in on my phone. No, people are just like, that's what it looks like on my phone. It's a smaller screen. Whoop-de shit.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, well, what's going to happen is the content they have already will not change. The newer content they're getting, though, that'll probably be in the contract that people sign for that. It's like, oh, well, we need this cut of this shot from your new movie for mobile devices, for Roku, for anything else. That's what's going to happen.
It's dumb.
And shouldn't the consumer get to choose if they really want to watch?
That's one thing they talk about in the article. There hopefully will be a button or a menu option in your account to where you can click where that doesn't happen at all. So
Well,
that's what we're
if
hoping
it
for.
gets implemented, it'll be on mine. I don't want any changes. It's retarded. It's not like it does anything. It doesn't help anybody. It feels like it's a waste of money.
It's just I don't know why they're doing it. I mean, they're doing the ratings thing. They're doing this bullshit. They're changing. I don't know why they're changing all this all of a sudden. Like, it's a good formula. Just stay with it. Don't fuck it up.
Yeah, we all have Netflix. We're all mildly impressed or love it.
Yeah,
I'm glad I
Motley.
can watch Lucha Underground on it.
I know that's exciting.
I'm gonna give that a shot this week. Well, not this weekend because I'll be in Atlanta, and then tomorrow I'm gonna get up and watch Iron Fist, which I think that's gonna be a much better show than the critics are.
Oh, for sure, for
Because
sure.
all here, Dion, you okay? Me, and Curtis are all big comic book fans. Everyone that's reviewing Iron Fist is going into this whole social narrative about he's white and he knows martial arts. It's cultural appropriation. How the fuck is that cultural appropriation? Anyone can learn martial arts.
Yeah, that's dumb.
It's just stupidity. That's why I don't take any of these online bloggers' reviews serious. I don't read them. I say fuck you people because I need to know if the show is of good quality, not what how it offends your social sensibilities.
Yeah, well, I mean, nobody got mad at Batman for doing his thing in
Well,
Batman Begins.
because Batman's too big to criticize like that. Because Warner Brothers will look at their box office receipts and go, fuck you guys, we don't give a shit. Marvel will do the same thing. It's like, fuck you guys, we made $1 billion in 3 days. Suck our dicks, you bitches. I don't know.
They should be even more mad at Batman since he's a white guy that learned martial arts from a white guy.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Oh,
and he's a billionaire.
Yeah.
white privilege right there, being a billionaire.
Well, I'm just jealous that T'Challa is like multi-billionaire. Come on, man. That's hard to deal with.
That is.
That's racist.
All that money, where do you put it? I mean, geez, there's only so much room.
Well, that's why you spend it on a giant statue of a panther. I now know what it's like for Mike Tyson to have so much money that he buys a tiger. Like I can sympathize with that. At the same level, emotionally and mentally,
Oh my
not
God.
cognitively, because that guy is woo. But either way, I sympathize with you, Mike Tyson, and thank you.
You're very welcome.
So, Nick, what else do you have for news?
I have details on the Rogue One DVD/Blu-ray. Apparently, there will not be deleted scenes on it, or there will be very few. Well, because like we all watched the trailer several times when it came out, and then we watched the movie and noticed that there were like little things missing, like the TIE fighter, on the bridge there. Like we didn't see that scene at all.
Yeah.
We didn't see the scene of the some of the guys arrested in the village as well. We didn't see that either. Well, apparently those scenes are just like lost in the wind because they're not putting them on the DVD.
So what was the point in doing it?
Promotional,
and resell it.
double dipping basically. That's probably why they did it.
So pretty much just wanted to cock tease the viewers.
Yeah, that's what a teaser is.
No, I get not putting it in there if it doesn't fit, but at least give me the option to see what it was that you did, and think, hey, maybe this would have worked out, or let me decide if I think that should have been in the movie or not. Granted, I know that I can't do anything about it now because that movie's over with, and B, I wasn't a part of the project. But regardless, it's still one of those things where it's like, I'd like to know what I'm missing out on as a viewer, especially if I'm paying for this product and I even paid to see it in theaters.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all about some deleted scenes and some behind the scenes stuff all the time, and for them to just not show the scenes that they took out or put into the movie is retarded. They should just have it in there. I mean, what difference is it gonna make? It's not like some kid's gonna take it and cut together his own copy or something. I mean, come on.
I think with
Be
the
impressive.
TIE Fighter, though, all they did is CGI in the TIE Fighter for that.
True.
Maybe the shit in the trailer was made. It's not like really an actual scene.
That's another thing as well. Yeah, it may not actually. That's one thing they were saying as well. They're not actual scenes. They're just like they were literally just there for like the trailer.
And I have to go with Gareth Edwards on that. Like, if they were just little snippets, quick little things that marketing took out of context and threw on, like, it wouldn't be worth throwing up 3 or 4 second clips on a deleted scenes thing.
Very
I know
true,
a lot of people think, I'm not saying this applies to you guys, but a lot of people think they're entitled to like all this behind the scenes shit, but they're not. Like, what other work of art when it's released shows you all the little things that led up to it? Like, you don't buy a CD and then here's like, oh, here's 108 16-second clips that we, eventually turn into the songs. Like, no, you get a finished product.
Yeah, but on CDs there are booklets of like people who were involved in the making of that CD.
Just like the credits at the end of a movie.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes no. Like on Star Wars, we'll use Star Wars for as an example. If you have the soundtrack, there are alternate takes of like the theme, and it tells you how the theme built up to what we hear in the movie. Like there's like 10 cues and it's like not even listed on the CD. It's under like alternate whatever. But there's like 10 cues of that. In Star Wars, the first movie, there's like tons and tons of footage out there that shows you that it was going to be a different movie. I do like that it like if I just don't think there's enough to put out. I think they just made shit for a trailer to get people pumped, and there's really no substance. With the original Star Wars movies and most movies in general, there's just tons of footage they shot and maybe edited together and never put out. So I think in those cases you should put them out. Like,
well, plus it depends on the movie. I think, Daredevil, the original 20th Century Fox Daredevil is a perfect example. What they put out in theaters was fucking pretty dog shit. But then when they came out with the director's cut or whatever it is, it was almost a whole different movie. So I think it's something that it goes from film to film. Obviously, with Rogue One, it's not going to be a different movie with all deleted scenes. So I'm not butthurt over the fact that they won't take some things out. But like I said, some movies, it changes how you see the movie, how you view the movie, and sometimes it even changes the movie itself. So
I, for one, am glad they cut out a lot of the shit from the trailer, because I didn't like 90% of the shit. I think that's why I liked the movie so much, because I thought we were going to get more bullshit like with episode 7. The whole, we rebel, that's what we do, and stupid lines of dialogue, and her fighting a TIE fighter, facing down against a TIE fighter. To me, that stuff was all like, seriously, that's in the fucking movie. So whoever had the good sense and the authority to cut Rogue One into what it currently is, I thank you, because you assembled a tight Star Wars movie that is a precursor to my favorite Star Wars movie, and I enjoyed all 2.5 hours of it. Okay, so Curtis, you got some news?
Yeah, so you know how Spider-Man is part of the MCU now.
Yes.
Sony, however, is still going to do their own Spider-Man universe independent of the Spider-Man MCU one, and they're kicking that off with a Venom film. And it's supposedly going to come out October 5th of 2018.
Oh, god damn it.
Well, so they're making a Venom movie, huh?
So
Yep.
I'll just say, as the resident Spider-Man guy, you need to build up. Okay, we're in 2017, so next October they want to pump this movie out. When do we get the build up to who the fuck Venom is? Okay, there's 2 ways Venom comes into the story. If you're a fan of the cartoon, John Jameson's in space, he finds this substance Prometheus X, brings it to the planet, it gets on Spider-Man, it makes the black suit. They kind of copied that for the movie. Or you're the old school fan, and I like either way really because I'm not a Venom fan, but Spider-Man goes off to fight in this thing called the Secret Wars on another planet. I think it's not Battle. Maybe it's Battle World with the Beyonder and all these other superheroes. Spider-Man's suit gets ripped. He goes into this machine to fix it. Instead, he gets this alien substance on him. He brings it back to Earth, finds out it's a living thing. Over the next couple years, he deals with it. Like, he gets it off of his body, it comes back to him. He tries to kill it, it comes back and tries to kill him. And then finally, it goes to Venom. But the thing that they're never going to put in these movies, because they're always in such a rush, there was a nice little blend where Peter thought he was losing his spider sense because he'd be out in public and someone would try to kill him, push him in front of a train, knock him off a bridge, all these things, and he'd freak out and go, oh my god, my spider sense isn't working. And they built that up for many months, maybe years. I don't know exactly the timeline, but they built it up for a significant amount of time. And then Venom appears to frighten Mary Jane and all that cool shit. Like, do we need a fucking Venom movie? It's like little kids are writing these fucking release schedules. It's like, oh, Venom, the greatest thing. No.
What is it about Spider-Man specifically? And I don't mean to change the subject. I mean, you brought up a really good point when you brought up the different storylines. TV show and in the actual comic book, which I love that storyline, by the way. But what is it about Spider-Man specifically? So they, the movie was being made for forever, and then they make 1 and 2, and then 3 shit, and then they make the Amazing Spider-Man and that shit, and then it's being tossed around between Marvel, and they finally make it, and they come out with this Venom shit, and even before that, they were trying to decide if they're gonna do Sinister Six. Like, what is it about? I can't think of any other character that goes through so much turmoil in terms of visual media than fucking Spider-Man. And I can never, like, what is it about Spider-Man that makes it so hard to just be like, stick to the comic books, guys? Like, what's the problem with that?
Avi Arad, specifically, he was the producer on all this shit. He got involved. Okay, he used to own like Toy Biz, the company
Oh,
that made all the
God.
toys. So
Yeah.
then they brought him in as a producer on Marvel Studio projects before there was a Marvel Studios. So he's really him and Laura Ziskin, who's now dead, and a couple other people are the reason these stupid Spider-Man movies exist. There's like 5 people you can blame. One of them died, thankfully. So, maybe if we get rid of the other ones, we'll have some decent Spider-Man. But no, in all honesty, to answer your question, Dion, first off, I'd say that's a good question because no other character goes through this bullshit.
No,
Nobody.
I mean even Superman, like Smallville was teeny bopper, but they stuck to it really well. You at least had, the animated movies do a good job of keeping the shit together. There's no other character that goes through this shit.
No, Batman has respect with
Mm-hmm.
Warner Brothers. I mean, yeah, Batman and Robin's garbage, but still.
The animated show is awesome. The Batman show is pretty damn good. I mean, you had even other Marvel characters like, they even came out with the 2 different fucking cartoons, but they were both pretty fucking good. The Marvel movies are good. Like what? Like even though that they fuck up the Fantastic Four, they don't go through the Fantastic Four don't go through all these crazy ass weird, specifically weird movie ideas.
I think it's because Spider-Man is so popular that they try to just throw as much shit out there and hope to make money because of the brand recognition of Spider-Man.
That makes sense.
Like Spider-Man has had more shitty cartoons than good cartoons.
Right.
Oh, damn.
The new one is hot garbage. And if anyone in the comment section goes, "Oh, Ultimate Spider-Man's the best Spider-Man cartoon," and you're serious, walk off a bridge and see if
You're
Spider-Man
the worst
saves
kind
you.
of person.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but by them constantly assaulting us with Spider-Man, wouldn't the audience and the people just get tired of it and not want it anymore? Just by
that's the problem. They do like that. Obviously, that's why you got a failed franchise. You had one franchise stop dead in its tracks. So the fans clearly are like, no, but they keep no other characters that do studios and all this shit keep trying it so hard.
And Nick, to jump off of what you said, I've skipped Spider-Man movies in theaters because of the direction it's going in. I got 75% of the entire original run and dozens of other Spider-Man merchandise. I like Spider-Man. I'm not embarrassed to say it. They can alienate me, and they have. Homecoming, I'm on the fence about. I'm gonna go in with a fucking fair, mind of it, and then if it sucks, I'll admit it, and if it's great, I'll say it's great. But I really don't think they can do no harm with Spider-Man because I can just fucking remove myself from it and look at the old shit and enjoy it.
Yeah, Homecoming to me, just the way the trailer's made and everything, that it looks like it's gonna be oh, I'm a teenager, but I have to save the world. Oh darn! It seems it's gonna be like that thing.
My expectation.
I'm a Vulture.
If it makes you guys feel better, Alex Kurtzman is directing it. Jeff, do you know that name?
Yeah, that's the Kurtzman and Orsi. Did they write Star Trek? They've done a bunch of shit.
Well, Alex Kurtzman's the guy who wrote The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
The worst Spider-Man movie ever made, and if you say it's number 3, you're an asshole.
I've only shut off 2 superhero movies midway through and never picked them back up. One of them was Wolverine 2. The other one was Amazing Spider-Man 2. I really wanted to like it because a lot of people hated it, and I couldn't. There was nothing redeeming about that fucking movie whatsoever.
It's a terribly made film. It's
just there's no, I like stuff that a lot of people hate. I can usually find the good and stuff. There is zero that I can look back on and go, you know what? That was good. That stood out. Nothing. The editing was shit. The characters were shit. The pacing was shit. Everything was garbage.
Yep. I hate the actors too, with a passion. Andrew Garfield is terrible. I'm so glad he got fired from being Spider-Man. I don't wish bad on people, but that's the one dude I'm glad you're fired. Why do you think it's better than Spider-Man 3, Dion? I'd like to hear you say why.
Listen, they're both it's picking between a fucking shit sandwich and a shit burrito, but for me, as we've talked about multiple times, the ending of a movie can ruin the whole fucking thing. And the ending of Spider-Man 3, no matter how horrible 2 is, because even though I tried to watch Amazing Spider-Man 2, I literally it took me multiple tries to get through it. Spider-Man 3, that ending is so fucking sappy and over the top. Not to mention that of those 2 movies, Topher Grace as Eddie Brock is the way worse casting. Anyone that says
Paul Giamatti as the Rhino is better casting.
He can
Yes.
fucking act. Topher Grace can't fucking.
Yeah, but
you like this is a discussion right now.
Yes,
Topher
because-
Grace as Eddie Brock.
Paul Giamatti was in a giant CGI costume. I'm the Rhino, and he starts shooting people, and the movie
Paul
ends.
Giamatti was in the movie for maybe 4 or 5 minutes.
Still a villain.
And
Venom's
the
really
Brock-
not in the.
that you believe
Venom's
that
not
Eddie
even the main
Brock
villain in that
could
movie.
That Eddie Brock could fight Topher Grace.
Look it. I don't like either film. Spider-Man 3 has its merits.
We're getting into the minutia, son.
Yeah, but
We're
look it.
splitting
I'll
hairs.
get into the minutia. Look it. Spider-Man 3 has its merits. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 has no merits. Spider-Man 3 is coming off of an awesome Spider-Man 2. You still got the same great cast of like Aunt May and J. Jonah Jameson. I like Tobey Maguire and Harry Osborn, played by James Franco. You have all these holdovers from the last two excellent, successful films. J. Jonah Jameson gets more screen time. Guess what? He's awesome. Peter Parker, sans emo haircut, still has a lot going on. Aunt May brings a lot to the story, and Harry grows as a character. You don't have any character development in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Harry's like, I need your blood because I'm sick, and I'm going to kill you if you don't give it to me. Blah, blah, blah. And then Peter's parents weren't dead in an alternate take or some other bullshit. And who gives a fuck about his parents? Now they're fucking spies, even though they were in the comic book. My point is, those are story elements that they're trying to use to differentiate the franchises that aren't important. Like, why didn't they do the whole storyline where Peter's parents come back and they're fucking clones from the fucking chameleon? See what I'm saying? They're just worried about the dumb shit.
No, and
Spider-Man 3 has what should I say? Like, has heart to it. The beginning of the movie's fine up until I'm trying to think. Up until
when fucking Harry goes and like, oh, you're gonna be with me, or I'm gonna fucking kill you and kill Peter, and she's like, instead of saying, hey, we've been through 2 movies of us getting over this whole we can't be together bullshit, and they replay the same fucking thing over again. Like, oh, here, but Mary Jane, here's my aunt's ring. I have plans for us. I just can't do it, Peter. Like, what the fuck is that shit about? And even though you have an awesome scene in which, and like I said, everything you just said is true. Holy shit, Dion and Jeff agree on something. Holy fuck, man. But fucking, you have that awesome scene, a crazy amount. James Franco and Tobey Maguire's chemistry in that series is arguably the best. I'd say even better than some of the shit in Civil War. And they're fighting, but you have him standing there with this fucking shitty, he looks like shit, and he throws a fucking grenade, but he looks like fucking garbage, and then it's ruined by, oh, well, I dressed your father's wounds, and it came from his glider. Why the fuck didn't you say that a movie ago?
I'm not arguing with you there.
You have all this good stuff,
but the bullshit you have
but the bullshit you have in Amazing Spider-Man 2, it started as shit, and you didn't have this great build-up to be ruined. With 3, you had this amazing build-up, and they were like, oh, well, emo, cause plot. Like, fuck you, Sam Raimi.
Spider-Man 3 is 50% good and 50% bad. Isn't Spider-Man
50
2
is generous as fuck.
No, because honestly, the movie's solid all the way up until Peter Parker fights the Sandman and puts his hair over his eye, and then he gets a little weird. Then the movie starts to go downhill because Eddie Brock had a decent character arc. He's kind of a grubby little dude that's always lying, and he passes himself off to be bigger than he truly is. He's kind of interesting.
Right.
He's kind of a stalker. I'm saying, like, there are elements of that shit. As soon as Spider-Man, for the first time, kind of kills the Sandman and turns evil, then the movie goes off the rails. But it does manage to get itself back to a degree. The fucking scene, okay, from the first Sandman killing all the way until the Sandman finale, or no, up until they fight in the apartment. That's solid, or that's shit. Then it gets good again, because the part where Peter goes to Harry and is like, we gotta save MJ, this is bigger than you and me, and then he kind of looks at him, and then at the end, comes back to the light side and saves Peter and all this shit and dies. There's no kind of gravitas to The Amazing Spider-Man 2. It's a fucking product. It doesn't feel like something that people cared about. It's buy this toy, buy the video game, which by the way was horseshit, and the ending was so stupid. You talk about endings to fucking movies. Gwen Stacy, Peter's like, hey, I need, he webs her to a fucking car to keep her safe. Her dumbass goes up to the thing, falls down a fucking watchtower. He shoots a web at her. The web grows a little itty bitty hand to reach out to grab her. Then she fucking dies. Oh my god, it was so stupid. Like the shit. Look it, they hired that director because his last name was Webb, not because he was competent. The first Amazing Spider-Man was shit. The second one was shit, and the third one would have been shit. And this Venom movie is probably going to be stupid. I hope Marvel has some kind of contractual power to be like, no, you're going to fucking taint the brand and ruin it. And I don't think Spider-Man has it in him to save himself from a fourth fucking reboot. Like it will not work. It will not work because people are already on the fence about this new one. Like if you can take me and
No, I can agree with that for sure. I mean that the it failing again, I think is inarguable. That if it tanks again, we're looking at a Netflix show. We're looking at a couple more animated movies. It's not gonna be that big box office appeal, but it at the very least, I think kind of just to wrap up where I'm coming from with the two of them. I mean, at least with Amazing Spider-Man 2, it ended in a way that okay, it 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 didn't. It was like okay, this we could start all over again. Where Spider-Man 3 was like you had hope, the ending was shit, but it was fucking shambles. It was
Do you
just
remember how Amazing Spider-Man 2 ended?
yeah, with him and the kids in the suit, and he's just like, I knew you'd show up, and he's like,
How
all
is
right,
that?
kid,
How
I
is
got
that
it.
more offensive than Peter trying to get forgiveness from MJ? I'm not saying it's a good ending.
Because they
Spider-Man
did
3.
it already.
No, they didn't do it already. He's never had to look at Spider-Man 3 has consistency issues. For example, in that movie, they make it seem like Spider-Man, Mary Jane, and Peter have been friends for all these years. But if you just go back and watch the first movie, Harry has just come to that school. They don't know each other. In the third one, they talk about, oh, we tried out for basketball. No, you fucking didn't. We saw the movie. We saw when you first came to this school. Like right before graduation, because you got kicked out of private schools. And then MJ was a fucking cunt to Peter up until the end of the second one, where she realized, oh, he's Spider-Man. He's not really a piece of shit. He's out there saving his life. They never had like to reconnect.
Right, but it was shitty writing in where it's like the second one. Okay, well, are we gonna be together? We're not gonna be together. The third one wasn't. It was less more about him having consistency problems than Harry wants to fuck us up and she's just doing it for that. It was there wasn't a focus on him choosing between Spider-Man and Peter. It was more of here's just fucking the Goblin being an asshole. Do it or I'll kill you. That's not a legitimate reason to have to reconnect. That's just like, hey, he's making me do it. Okay, we're good. That's easily solvable. But it's just this drawn out soap opera bullshit in the third
I agree,
one.
it's drawn out and stupid. But the part
Right.
of the nightclub is we're arguing because we agree. It's just like a small little detail that we're sitting there
I
going
agree.
Hold on. Here's what I propose. Kill Spider-Man off entirely for 5 years, and then bring him back with something different.
You can't now. That's the thing. The weight is so much right now because you can't have a continuation of the MCU without Spider-Man. And luckily, 20th Century Fox fucked it up. So now
Sony.
It's either do or die. You can't not have him because he's available. Now that he's available and you have him, it has to be a good movie.
I still think a Spider-Man 4 to an appearance in the first Avengers would have been a much stronger Spider-Man MCU appearance. Because you had the fucking, at that point it would have been 10 years of build from Tobey Maguire being Spider-Man in 2002 to the Avengers in 2012. You could have snuck one more film in 2011, had a 4-year wait from Spider-Man 3, and then boom, like at the Battle of New York, he just appears, and that would have set, I mean, the movie made a ton of money. We couldn't, we can't really ask for much more from the Avengers. But seriously, in that end battle, he just appeared at that one point and then carried over into more Spider-Man movies and integrated that instead of starting over twice. Not once, fucking twice. And now he's a child. And everyone goes on, oh, but he's always meant to be a kid. No, he's fucking not. You read the Ultimate Spider-Man comics. Good for you. Like, go read an old one. He's an adult for 90% of it. Like, if Spider-Man can't drink or vote, whatever, like, you kind of, I don't want to watch a story about a child. I don't care. Oh, he has superpowers. He's a little boy. He's not mentally competent to deal with interactions that I find entertaining. Anyway, let's keep rolling with the news. Curtis?
Yeah, so Aquaman, the standalone film starring that guy from that shitty show, Game of Thrones, has been pushed back from...
Calm down.
Could you stop interrupting me? Can I just fucking...
Oh, wait, what? I'm sorry. Go ahead. My bad.
Jesus.
That wasn't even me. I wasn't gonna do it.
Wait, are you seriously telling him it wasn't you? Like he couldn't distinguish your voice from Phil's?
I don't fucking know, man. I didn't want to get the blame for it. I'm making sure.
We don't blame the black guy on this podcast.
I'm
They
just
clearly
making,
sound
sometimes.
alike.
I'm protecting my investment.
Anyway, back to Aquaman because I genuinely want to hear this because I need something else to shit on besides Spider-Man.
It got moved back from October 5th to December 21st
Of this year?
of 2018.
Oh, okay.
December 20.
Fuck you, DC.
Yeah, December 21st, 2018. Originally, it was supposed to be when Avatar 2 reportedly was going to come out, but that idiot James Cameron switched that. So yeah, I think Warner Brothers feels a little more safe pushing it back a few months.
I don't think this movie. It's Thor underwater. We'll see it. You know.
Or underwater.
Seriously, look at DC is copying Marvel so much.
I love that so much. Thor underwater. Can they just call it that? Because then I would definitely go watch it.
I have
Man,
a feeling Screen Junkies is gonna steal that for an honest trailer. Thor underwater.
When he starts doing those electric attacks down there, it's gonna really fuck shit up.
Is anyone excited for this movie? Like honestly.
No.
I was, but now that it's moved back, it's the same shit that we had with Suicide Squad. And I'm not going to go into my ranting again, but this proves that they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
No. Genuine question for you, Dion. You don't
Hit me,
like
man.
Batman vs Superman. You don't like Suicide Squad. Did you like Man of Steel?
It was. I put it on this. I put it at meh. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't that good.
So you have those three movies, and the highest one is meh. What made you want to see this one?
Because it's fucking Justice League supposed to come out after this. Like what else do I like? 90s Dion, early 2000s Dion wants a fucking Justice League movie, and I'm giving them. I'm in an abusive relationship with DC movies right now, and they keep punching me in the face, and I'm like, oh no, Curtis, don't do that. And he's like, but I love you, I won't do it again. I'm like, okay. And then Suicide Squad comes out, and I'm just like, okay, well, this was a blemish. Like, obviously the track record is horrible, but I can admit I want Justice League to be good so bad, and it's fucking my life up.
I'm
Dion,
confused.
listening to you talk about how your relationship with DC and everything just upsets me. I mean, dude, be able to walk away from something and say, stop, man, stop.
I agree.
Can't you see what the fuck it's doing to you?
No.
It's like when Lottie
If
No.
you ever left.
I'm confused. When was Aquaman originally supposed to come out?
October 5th, 2018.
Okay. I think Dion's got his timeline messed up.
Yeah, Dion. Justice
League comes out
in November.
Justice League comes out in November this year.
Right, but I wanted it to at least be kind of like the Winter Soldier effect, where Avengers was really good, and then Winter Soldier was amazing. I was kind of like, oh, Justice League will be great. That'll set up Aquaman, who's kind of a shit character, and it'll be a good movie. I'm a huge Jason Momoa fan. He'll be cool in Justice League. Them leading into fucking. Now he won't be, assholes. I'm just saying. Don't fuck you guys. But at the time, in my perfect world, he'd be cool, and then the Aquaman movie would be cool.
Hey, Dion, can I make a quick amendment to what you said?
Yes.
You said the Avengers was good. The Avengers was an event, and when you left that theater the first time,
right?
You were pumped. Don't downplay the effects of that first movie. That movie changed everything for the better. I think it's not like
I agree, but I'm just saying in terms of
no, but dude, The Dark Knight ruined everything or changed everything for the worse. I think because everything tried to be like that. And it ruined a lot of characters because comic books are fun. All right, you got your Blades, you got your Morbiuses, you got your dark characters, you got Batman. That doesn't work for Superman. So to answer what Curtis said about what do you think of Man of Steel, I think it's the best of the MCU movie, or not MCU, excuse me, best of the DCEU movies, but it's just okay.
But as I say, that's not saying a lot.
I'll tell you this: I've watched it since it came out in theaters twice, and I've enjoyed. But there are things
because we text each other because I've seen it a couple times. And then the second time you and I saw it, we were like texting back and forth. And I remember specifically being like, you had said something to the effect of like, it's not as bad as the first time I saw it. And you were like, it's still not very good. And I was just like, that's the perfect way to describe the fucking movie. And that's the best that they have. But I'm still trying, like, they'll pull it together for even, and again, obviously I know that they won't. But the movies haven't been good, but it's just, I don't know, man. I think I'm sucking on the whole too big to fail cock right now, and I'm losing. I'm losing.
See, here's the thing: it is so big that it will fail. I mean, look at all the fucking failures that have been combined with it to begin with.
I'm gonna probably garner a lot of hate here, but every time I watch Batman vs Superman, it gets a little better.
You absolutely
You fucking
goddamn
would.
right.
You fucking.
Wait.
Absolutely
It
goddamn
gets it has a lot of problems. I will admit that, but it's
Were you not there for the
it's
drunk
tolerable.
commentary of the extended version, which we all agreed at some point, like we couldn't drink anymore for this movie to get any better. Like we just reached that fucking threshold of like no more alcohol will make this any better. Like it was really
That was
odd.
You guys,
Phil, this is
I don't-
recorded
I
in
watch
history.
it
We
when
can
it's
go
good.
back, listeners. If you'd like to hear what Phil really thinks of Batman v Superman, go back and listen to our drunk commentary cast from I don't know last year.
Because it was around 2:30, 2:45. We were all just like, "Yep, alcohol will not fix us anymore," and we did not want to be there anymore.
Yes, but every time I watch it, and
Why do you keep watching it?
Because it's
Yeah,
on
really.
fucking TV, and I put shit
So
on in the
change the-
background.
Okay.
Channel then.
Specifically, Phil. Dustin, feel free to. Curtis, feel free to. Fuck! To chime in.
Who the fuck's
Yes,
Dustin?
Curtis, feel free to.
I don't
fuck.
know some fucking Dustin. I don't know that guy. Fuck that guy.
Sounds like some
But
pussy's name.
Curtis, what specifically about the movie gets better every time you watch it?
Well, I think going from the standard edition to the director's cut, a lot of complaints that people had with the initial version are taken care of with the plot lines that are filled in and kind of scenes that flesh out the characters. I really watching it in theaters. I didn't care for Superman, but the extended cut really humanizes him for me, and it makes me feel like he's a compelling character.
I think there's some logical fallacies in the film that still like, okay, a random jar of piss is on your desk. It's shit like that makes me think this movie so retarded.
The bullet that had his
Why?
the Superman S in it. Like why is that a thing? What is
sorry.
with that?
All right, hold on.
I want Jeff to explain the piss thing. Why that's so
You're in
bad.
the Senate. Where are they at? The Capitol building?
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's security. That would be a security breach. They'd stop everything. There's just a jar of piss. Where does this jar of piss come from? It's open. You could smell it.
How is it a security? Somebody brought it in, and it's in a jar, a mason jar. They could have had a lid on it, had it in a bag. I think it was the Luther's assistant.
Mercy,
Phil,
yeah, because she dies.
Hold on, Jeff. Here's the thing.
Oh, it doesn't take much to walk in, put something on a desk.
It's a
Phil,
government
Phil,
fucking building.
Hold on.
It doesn't matter.
It
There's
does
hundreds
matter.
of people
The
in
world
that
that
room.
they're living in, remember how America kind of was after 9/11? This is after a fucking alien race came to destroy the fucking planet.
But there
They're
were
not
hundreds
just like,
of people
oh, well,
in that room.
this fucking liquid showed up on the Senate's fucking desk. Who the fuck put it here?
Remember the
This is-
anthrax scare?
This is like the superhero
yeah.
version.
But how
of
did
a-
it? Let
this
me
is the
say
superhero
this:
version of
before
a
you
post-
take the lid off, you don't know that it's piss because there's a label on the side that says Granny's sweet peach tea or whatever.
Yes, we do know that.
It's labeled
Granny's
as sweet tea. Urine looks like tea.
Phil, in 2007,
Maybe if you're dehydrated, man.
look, in 2007, Adult Swim put up advertisements for the Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie. People thought they were fucking bombs. A random jar of liquid post 9/11 would shut down a fucking building.
Yes.
People would have been evacuated.
Especially in a government building in a courthouse during a very sensitive trial. That shit would be locked down so quick you wouldn't know what the fuck happened.
And she opens a letter for the first time. Like, so she sat down and saw this thing and didn't go like, what is this? And even though she doesn't work with Luther because she knows he's crazy, a smart person goes, oh, this crazy person left this thing on my desk. And she just pushes it to the side.
And I think if you're a Batman fan, granted, he is the best part of a bad movie, but on his own, he's not the best Batman. There's just so many damaging things they've done to the characters. Like, I know, Curtis, you just said about they humanize Superman, but that's not Superman's character. Like, in those two movies, that's not how Superman has ever acted. He's supposed to be a god, but then he becomes human through his interactions in Smallville. They gave him a fucking stupid dad. Like, Kevin Costner is a great actor. Well, okay, Kevin Costner is a good actor who gave a shit performance, and there were so many dumb things in Man of Steel that happened, and then that stupidity carried over to this, and now we got a Batman that's never going to get made. It's all like...
But is that character kind of partially my disagreement in that? Is that character writing or is that the way that they've made the movie is that Warner Brothers and DC.
Well, it's
I think that's
the
Warner
same
Brothers.
thing. The character writing or the what do you mean, like the writing of Superman in general, or
I mean, like them, Ben Affleck not wanting to do it anymore, him not doing the movie anymore. They don't know who the director's going to be for the movie. I mean, I'm talking about the actual behind the curtain issues more so than writing the character, putting it to film type of issue.
I think it has to be a combination. I guess what I'm really trying to say in a roundabout way is they've made bad decisions.
No, DC's drowning, and they're trying to find fucking life preserver, whatever the fuck it is, and they're not going to. They're gonna just drown and die and be that floating body that bloats up and eventually goes down the river.
And then they find on the coast of Twin Peaks.
Yeah, there you go.
Like,
Yeah,
what's her
DC's
name?
Laura Palmer.
Yeah, DC's a sinking ship. It's going down. It's going down. It's gonna be really fun to see it just burn to nothingness.
We'll talk more about DC. Trust me. On my little piece of my topic is DC related. Plus, when I get to the news, it's DC related as well. Curtis, what else you got?
Speaking of DC, they supposedly found a writer for Suicide Squad 2, and it is Adam Kozad, who wrote Legend of Tarzan.
That was a huge.
Because that was a success, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Why
He
can't
also
they just
co-wrote.
pay better
He also co-wrote Jack Ryan, Shadow Recruit.
Oh, because that was a great representation of the Jack Ryan character.
If it ain't Harrison Ford, I ain't watching it.
Plus, that movie was just dumb because it's like, hey, because those characters always been kind of like topical, and a random bomb in a building is not topical. Obviously, if they were smart, it'd have been like a whole cyber attack thing. Especially on the previews, they were like, "It's gonna shut us down," and it's like, "Hey, remember Captain Kirk? He's in our movie." Bomb, cause plot.
By the way, Legend of Tarzan was technically considered a successful movie. Had a budget of 180 million, made 356.7 million.
Well, most of that was from foreign sales. 230 million was foreign sales.
Is it money?
That's true.
Money is money.
Well, money is money, but you got to determine like certain types of movies appeal abroad as opposed to America. So the movies that he's making don't appeal to Americans. You don't want a comic book movie to not appeal to Americans and make a bunch of money overseas, because like, I don't know, the comic book culture is biggest in America. If you alienate that market, you're gonna lose.
But plus, the fucking Green Lantern movie made a bunch overseas, and it technically, on its face, made a lot of money. But they spent so much advertising the goddamn movie over here in the States that it ended up being a loss. So you make a fucking sequel to that, and you spend a lot of money advertising it. And even though if you make a lot of money, that might not fucking break even with the amount of money you spent trying to advertise it.
Yeah, the budget doesn't take in marketing costs.
That's
so
very
Same
true.
thing.
Yeah,
Same
yeah.
thing with John Carter. I think that technically was a success, but the amount of money they spent advertising it was like the biggest loss that Disney had up to that point.
It killed Tron 3.
Yep.
And Batman v Superman. It made $800 million, but the marketing was like $400 million or some dumb shit like that.
Yeah.
On top of a $250 million budget.
Jeez.
Yeah, that movie, oh my god.
Like barely broke even.
I think I just have a
barely
problem with
broke
Zack Snyder in general.
It's 150 million.
Well, I mean, didn't we see a tweeted photo of him actually editing one of the movies recently? Like it was Justice League or something?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah, he
showed
was
the stills
making
or
a
whatever.
trailer.
Yeah, and I mean that's the problem when you have the fucking director who's done a shit job. What is it, twice now?
And Alex for president, make no mistake. If I see him, I'm still fucking him up. I don't give a shit. I punch him in the fucking face. I literally hate that man.
Green Lantern only made 219 million. Its budget was 200 million, so it was not really a success anywhere.
It was a piece of shit movie. I saw
So it
it
still
on,
lost money because of the fucking marketing and stuff. So even though
Yeah.
it made 19 million,
It wasn't a success.
It was nice in 2011 to go to Toys R Us and just see all the Green Lantern toys clearance for like pennies on the dollar. Didn't buy a single one, but
Were they garbage?
they weren't really. They were good-looking toys. There were some nice ones, but it was based on a movie nobody gave a shit about. So the toys aren't gonna,
of
people
course.
buy those toys based on the movie being popular, with the exception of Avatar.
so you're saying it's not the Zelda of movie toys?
No, but by the way, I beat that game, Dion, so I'm pretty much done talking about it forever.
I don't care. This is an inside joke that I'm going to run into the ground, sir.
But if you looked closely at Horizon Zero Dawn and Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, you see how similar those games are, so then you would understand the analogy that Horizon Zero Dawn is the Zelda of the PlayStation 4.
It's also a great game.
It sucks penis.
Horizon Zero Dawn?
Green
Yeah,
Lantern
I tried
actually-
it out. I bought it. I was all geeked up because fucking giant robotic dinosaurs. In the first fucking hour, you have to quietly move through tall things of grass and watch out for the patterns. And I'm just like, this is. I fucking hated Metal Gear Solid because it's a stealth game. I hate any fucking stealth components to a game. The trailers were running around shooting arrows at a giant fucking metal T-Rex. And instead, I'm just this little kid squatting, jumping from patch of grass to patch of grass. Piss me off.
That sounds
You
a lot
squat
like
and you
real
like it.
Zelda. Yeah,
It's
I mean,
shitty.
maybe you could have sat through Zelda. I don't know. You would have probably hated the characters. But at least that game starts out and they say, play. And they don't tell you what to do. You just have to figure it out. Like,
I wish that's how this game was, but this game is like you have to go through these trainings and you have to fucking move really slow and time out when you walk in this exact spot. And I'm just, I don't want that. I'm a fucking grown up.
dude,
Just
you
run around and kill
would have
things.
enjoyed this game because this is not an exaggeration. You could start the game and go fight the final boss right away, but you would die because you don't have the proper equipment. But the game's that open. Like, straight up,
That's awesome.
go to the final boss if you want to, and you could save the day. But they reward you for doing all the other side things, like completing the dungeons, because when you go to the final boss, these guys that you've rescued from time will take half the boss's life away and make it much more manageable.
Nice. That's a good component to have.
Yeah, it's a great game. If you ever buy one or play it, I think you'll get hooked.
Are you
I've been
done
thinking about
playing
getting
it
the
all
kids-
together, Jeff?
No, but I'm gonna get my amiibo shit. I'm just not gonna talk
Yeah.
about it like I was excited.
So next piece of news, they are remaking The Fly. Now, of course, the 1986 version that most people are acquainted with, which was directed by David Cronenberg, starring Jeff Goldblum, was a remake of a 1958 film called The Fly. But yeah, they're remaking it again. Fox owns it, so of course they're going to whore it out, and it's being produced by Jason Blum's Blumhouse.
I just wonder if his dick's gonna fall off in this one.
I haven't
Only
seen the
hope.
original, so I have no clue.
Well, no, the Goldblum one, his dick falls off because it's a body horror movie, dude. Like he has to like pull off his fingernails and his teeth fall out, and he like
Yeah.
it's a really gross movie. If you're gonna watch
What
it,
movie is this?
The Fly with Jeff
Fly
Goldblum.
in 86?
Yeah, it's got him and Gina Davis. It's
Oh, dude, it was so good. So good. I love that movie so much.
Do you like it more than you like? Okay, do you like the movie Scanners?
No, Scanners is an acquired taste. I mean, it's okay. I've seen it a couple times, but it's not really that good. The Fly, I really like.
I agree. And they're made by the same guy, right? David Cronenberg made both.
Yeah, correct. He also did. I think he did Video Drum as well, which is crazy as fuck, but I still love it.
Debbie Harry looks really hot in that movie.
Oh yes, she does.
I mean,
Even like honestly, even like Fly 2 was really good. It was crazy as hell as well, and it was still really good.
I've never seen the sequel. I've only seen the original. I'll never forget my mom's like, "You shouldn't watch this movie. His wiener falls off and he puts it in a medicine jar." And I thought to myself, "How did that happen?" So I had to see the movie. I regretted it.
only
Her
thing-
warning worked oppositely.
Yeah. Now I gotta see Jeff Goldblum's wiener, Mom. Have you seen Jurassic Park? I hadn't seen Jurassic Park at that point, so that joke didn't.
Well, I mean, like the part that always sticks out in my mind is the arm wrestling thing.
He breaks the dude's
When-
arm.
Over the top?
Fuck you, laddie. Just go ahead and propose to Over the Top and marry it already. Have 3 kids and fuck off.
Give a rim job to Stallone. I'm sure he'll.
God damn it. You went Over the Top, Jesus.
Good movie.
Curtis, you got any more?
My last bit of news. This is a true story. Last week, I thought about bringing up a topic by going, "Hey, I randomly thought of this movie, and I don't see them ever rebooting it." This is honest to God truth. And I convinced myself last week, and I was going to bring it up, that there's no way that they would ever reboot this movie because it was very significant to a space and time, and the technology in terms of the story, I don't see how we'd advanced enough to where you could justify the next level to make a blah blah blah. Long story short, they're rebooting the Matrix.
Why?
Oh God.
They are rebooting the Matrix, and it's going to have nothing to do with the Wachowski abominations, and it is going to be starring Michael B. Jordan.
The B
Why?
stands for black.
Well, I'm not watching it.
Am I in the minority here that I only think the first one's the good one and the other two suck dick?
I didn't
I think
think
that's
any
what
of them.
everyone says.
The first one is the only
the,
good
the,
one.
The first one with that whole lobby scene was fucking amazing.
I
The
just
first
remember
one
renting that as a
introduced
kid.
that, and the Truman Show kind of fucked up my mind as a kid because it.
Dude, Truman Show was amazing.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. But as a kid, you're getting these ideas that maybe the reality that you're experiencing is an actual reality. Kind of fucked me up. But
It isn't. Hello.
what do you mean?
It isn't.
So you're a brain in a jar?
Yep.
Okay.
All in
Uh,
all, you're just
big
another
jar.
brain in the jar.
So, but back then, I mean, the visuals for the time were cool. The soundtrack was awesome. The slow mo, everyone parodied it. From Scary Movie to other movie, always made fun of the slow motion. But
Without
that
a
was
paddle.
cool. And the story idea that we're all being just used to harness energy for robots that took over and created this illusion of reality. That's awesome. So with a reboot, when it comes to story, what can you do that other movie didn't touch on? What level can you take it to of mindfuckery? That I don't understand. I guess, yeah, they're going to replace Keanu with a black guy.
Morpheus has to be Asian now.
Well, he
and,
was
and gay.
he was
Yep.
originally gonna
He's
be
gay.
And a
black.
female.
I don't think anyone's going to go see this movie to the same degree as... Well, I'll put it like this. People will watch this, but it won't have the same cultural relevance as the first Matrix. Because remember, the Matrix came out in 99, the whole Y2K scare, technology was advancing at a rapid rate. Now we're in, like... The technology advances, but we're in a weird place. Like, a smartphone from 5 years ago or today, mostly the same. The internet's mostly the same for the last couple years. From 94 to 99, big jumps. From 99 to now, big jumps. But like over the last couple years, it's kind of like stuck in the middle. What else? Like you said, Curtis, what else can you show? Where do they take this? We've seen
know.
Yeah,
everything.
I mean,
The
in
only
terms of
thing
the
I see,
story-
I'm sorry.
no, you're fine.
I was just say the only thing I see them doing is completely just starting at the beginning, copying what they already did, because this isn't a completely original story by the Wachowskis. You can't switch that around. Anything that you do to change the Matrix, people are gonna be like, fuck you. That's stupid. Because it's already set. There's nothing wrong with the original Matrix. Leave it alone.
It's so stylized, it doesn't really date itself.
Very true. And I mean, like the thing I read in other articles that they want to do like spin-off movies of like Trinity and Morpheus and like how they realized they were in, the Matrix.
I don't want any more. I feel like the Matrix was a relic of the late 90s, early 2000s. That franchise has been dead for almost 15 years now.
Shit.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're getting to
Let
a
it
point
die.
where... Yeah, let it go. I mean, they're not trying to go back and do Back to the Future again, because Zemeckis won't let
God.
them, so... What I'm saying, that, like, certain things are done. Put a fork in them, they're done. Star Wars could keep going on, because it has more than just the core story. Matrix does not. It's the story of Neo, Trinity, Morpheus, and Joe Pantoliano. Like, that's it.
No, I thought it was really fucked up because I swear to God, last week I thought, oh, they will never reboot the Matrix. That is one thing that is safe.
Well, I mean, did
because
you say
what
it in
can
front of
you
your
do with it?
Did you say it in front of your microwave? Because that could have been the problem.
Wouldn't it be fucked up if there was seriously someone out in Hollywood listening to our podcast and they just stole ideas from dumb shit we talked about, or
That's
Well, if that's the case, why the fuck do we have more viewers?
because they're keeping us down, man?
The man's keeping us down. Those
the man's
fuckers.
keeping us down.
They've been
Illuminati.
lying to you, man.
I'm gonna share a video with you guys just in the chat. You can talk about.
Is it
later.
Amanda Seyfried sucking a dick?
No,
Because I'm still waiting.
There's only photos of it, and I'll Google that after the show. Trust
Well,
me.
who wouldn't have taken video?
The dude on the boat that is getting his... Okay, we've all had our dick sucked. Are you thinking about,
I think.
I gotta pull out a video phone right away? No, you're usually, like, enjoying it, not, Oh man, I better film this for a keepsake.
Posterity.
I gotta film this for the podcast.
If any of you guys do that for the podcast, I'll buy you anything you want t-shirt
Oh
wise.
God.
This be a 25-minute video of Loudy getting a rim job.
God.
Didn't mind Shiza.
After he goes to the gym and doesn't shower.
Yeah.
Oh.
I do have that video of you talking about that, Loudy.
That's cool.
Kind of. The listeners are gonna be like, "Wow, this Coach Loudy guy's a fucking dirty perv." Yes.
Ooh.
Yep.
Play it at his wedding.
Oh God, it'd be horrible. Fucking Saturday wedding, Monday morning divorce papers.
Shit, I'm gonna get this overnighted on a Sunday, dude. She might just, not be able to forgive you. Short
Oh shit.
to do that. So, Curtis, was that your last piece of news?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna springboard off of you talking about a movie you thought they'd never reboot or remake, and I'm gonna talk about a movie that I never thought would get a sequel. So, according to the official source, Eddie Murphy, they're thinking about making a Coming to America 2.
What?
So,
That's
for the uneducated out there, Coming to America is the third best film of 1988, and it's a wonderful movie directed by John Landis about Eddie Murphy, the Prince of Zamunda Akeem, who comes to America in search of his bride and starts in Queens, New York because it's called Queens, not realizing it's a shithole. It's a great movie. It's got great acting. The cast is phenomenal, and there's a little in-universe joke. It almost makes the Eddie Murphy movies like a universe thing too, because two characters from a previous film, the Duke brothers from Trading Places, who go broke in that film, are given thousands of dollars by Eddie Murphy's character in Coming to America, and they become rich. So it's a nice little callback to that. If you haven't seen Coming to America, it might still be on Netflix. It's awesome. I don't know why the fuck they're going to make a sequel to it. There's nowhere else to take the character. The story's over.
I want to know what's happening in Zamunda.
Oh God.
Is it next
I mean,
time?
is there any details about it? Anything at all besides that?
Just a tweet from Eddie Murphy.
Oh fuck.
So I heard they were making a fucking third Bill and Ted movie.
Yeah, but that's fine because they've gone on an excellent adventure and a bogus journey.
Yeah, and I mean it's time travel. You're fine with that.
Yeah.
This is Coming to America is essentially a romantic comedy that the whole story is I gotta find my queen. He finds his queen. Is it going to be like the turmoil in Zamunda and how
you might have to go back and like battle another tribe or something. Like what's the fuck's gonna happen?
Unless it's like the 300 of Eddie Murphy films. I'm not.
Oh my God.
Zamundans!
Is Zamunda.
We better stop giving them ideas. They might steal this.
Berries. Wait. I only use fruits and berries.
That movie's great. It's a movie like that has so many quotes, and that makes me love it. It's up there with Beverly Hills Cop. By the way, you can listen to our Beverly Hills Cop drunk commentary on the channel.
Let your soul glow.
Woo! That guy was in Logan, and he got his shit pushed in. So my other piece of news is real short. Apparently, Ben Affleck has a drinking problem. Is anyone surprised?
You don't say. Is that all?
I find it funny. Okay, so to be truthful, Ben Affleck's drinking situation was an unrelated story that he just put out like a press release for, and that came out the same day as the announcement that The Batman has been pushed back. So a lot of news sites were reporting that the movie has been pushed back due to Ben Affleck's alcohol problem, which I wouldn't be surprised if that was really the truth, but they're trying to do a quick spin on it. That would actually make me like him more as a drunk, dangerous Batman.
Dude.
Like, why do they do that story? Like, I want to watch that movie where he like actually.
I said before to do the fucking Flashpoint Thomas Wayne Batman. I think that'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah, because I mean, like they're doing R-rated dark comic book movies now. I mean, like look at Logan. Logan was amazing. Just do that with Batman.
Well, I mean, we have the Dark Knight. I don't think Batman can take it as far as Logan, because Batman will like punch you and maybe break your arm, but he will not cut you.
Oh, sorry about that. I'm Batman.
Who the fuck is Joe Yodis?
I don't know.
Huh?
Says he was with me and 17 other people.
Okay.
Sorry.
D. Joe Yodis?
D. Joe Yodis. I apologize for that. I don't like strangers stalking my Facebook. It gets creepy.
Stranger danger.
Yeah, I just don't think you could have Batman be as violent as Logan. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, the thing that Dion was referencing, I mean, I'd really like to see that of him just being this drunk, Batman trying to save somebody and maybe kill an innocent or whatever, and that whole thing happens. I really want to see that. I want to see Batman fuck up. I want to see that.
I like that idea too.
Personally, for anyone who's seen the Flashpoint paradox, I'd like him to build off that, where Bruce is the one who dies in the mugging. His dad becomes Batman, and his mom becomes the Joker. That's something that fucking has my interest.
Oh my God.
Dion just said that
I did not put two and two together.
when he said
God.
Flashpoint because
Yeah.
Loudy, the comic book is just called Flashpoint, not the Flashpoint
Oh,
Paradox.
sorry, the only thing I've seen is the Flashpoint paradox. So
We know it's just a direct adaptation of the comic to a film, but if Dion didn't put the word paradox in the article it's the same story.
Oh, okay.
I'll forgive you this one time though.
Thank you.
No, it's funny. DC can't catch a fucking break. Still, years later, now the one movie everyone's looking forward to has been pushed back, and definitely, I don't know. It's probably about another 6 months.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, I just want to watch something that's not shitty.
It's not going to come from DC then.
I just watched Guardians 2 in what 2 months?
Yeah, there you go.
Not even 2 months. Holy shit!
I need to see the first one still.
Really? You haven't seen
Yeah.
it?
Oh my
Nope.
God.
What's your fucking excuse? You've seen the Flashpoint Paradox.
It was on Netflix.
Okay, good enough reason.
Oh wow.
Well, go to Phil's and watch it.
That
All right,
film-
Phil.
I
I'm
finally
coming
saw
over.
Logan.
What'd you think?
Good. I didn't like the little girl when she started talking. Sounded really spicky, but
Yeah.
prior to that, like I enjoyed that kind of bonding trip. I love the relationship between Logan and Professor X. I thought
God.
that
was
was
awesome.
that was incredible. Caliban was cool. The actor, he always stars in a bunch of ridiculous shit, but I thought he did a great job being somewhat serious here. Hated him having to fight a younger version of himself, the clone. Because, man, isn't that everyone's gripe with the Marvel movies? Is that all these characters are just fighting basically like evil versions of themselves, same powers and everything?
Yeah.
Isn't that like a critique that's levied against superhero movies?
Yep.
So I thought that was kind of stupid, a little jump in the shark there, but whatever. Cool that he died. Glad that they didn't leave it open for him to come back. But yeah, just the little girl, if she didn't talk, that was cool. The visual effects were awesome. I can't remember any of the soundtrack except for the credits song, which was that Johnny Cash "Man Comes Around." I thought the Deadpool tease before the movie started was kind of shit because you knew that while he was getting dressed, the guy would get shot, and I guess I expected more from that. Like
Well-
I expected like a spin on what was happening.
Real quick, by the way, they edited that for the online version.
Really?
It just has different music.
Oh, okay.
The content's exactly the same, but there's a different song.
Oh, they don't use the
They use the
Superman theme?
They use the Superman theme, but it's played in. Okay, when we saw he was running to the Superman theme,
right.
it plays before that, and then he runs to like the different part of the theme, and then this other song starts playing, not the Deadpool theme. Like something else played on the. If you go to the Ryan Reynolds YouTube channel, it's slightly different.
Wait. He's got his own YouTube channel?
Yeah,
Oh, God.
Yeah.
it's got more subscribers than
Probably
us.
has his own hookers.
Dustin,
He was married to Scarlett Johansson, so I wouldn't put that past.
My point exactly. Bitch is probably taking money from me. He doesn't even know it.
Phil, what were you saying?
Curtis, this is because I love you.
Let me see what this is.
Oh, is this what I think it is?
All categories. Anyway, back with the show.
Oh, well,
Phil.
you don't give me the fappening right now. God bless you. My birthday's coming up. So thank you. Phil just sent me a link to Amanda Seyfried sucking a penis. So, but I'm gonna go back to Logan really quick. Really hard to with this site up.
It's hard, isn't it?
I thought it was
Sorry,
cool
everybody,
to
I might
have him be a
ruined the
limo
show.
driver. I thought that was like unique. Like I've never seen like someone fall from grace and they ended up being like a limo driver. That was cool. I thought it was cool that the bride showed him her tits. Those were nice.
Yeah.
It was probably, I said this to my wife walking out. I've watched a lot of violent movies, seen a lot of gore, but like frame for frame, that might have the absolute most amount of gore I've ever seen in a movie. just the sheer number of head impalements or dismemberments, like that was sheer violence, and I was not expecting that, and I appreciate it looking back. Just at the time, it made the violence feel, I don't want to say real, but like that it had consequence. Like Mel Gibson was talking about, like his problem with Marvel is that their violence doesn't have, like this one has consequence. Like you see penetration of steel through brain and skull, and it just like makes you feel uneasy. Whereas other cartoony violence, like it doesn't give you those kind of like negative feelings. So I think excellent job all the way around. I think it's cool that he came around and sacrificed himself. Just it did a lot right with the character, and I appreciate the shit out of that movie. I don't know if it's the greatest comic book movie of all time, but probably top 5, top 10.
I wish it was as good as Kong Skull Island.
I'm not honest. I'm surprised none of the kids died in the movie. Personally,
what, in Logan?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm okay with it. I'm just surprised it didn't happen.
One killed himself, so that was kind of funny.
Yes. Children's suicide is funny, according to Dion Green. That's why he's a family abortionist.
Damn.
For all your family abortion needs, visit your family abortionist, Dion Green.
So, Phil, you said you had a piece of news?
I do. Ex-Power Ranger actor Ricardo Medina Jr. has pled guilty to voluntary manslaughter and the stabbing death of his roommate in Los Angeles today in court.
At least he volunteered.
He played the Red Ranger in Power Rangers Wild and Power Rangers Samurai series. He was charged with murder back in 2000. I think it was 2015 when he stabbed his 36-year-old roommate Josh Sutter fatally in the chest several times with a sword.
Go Power Rangers!
The irony was the Red Ranger that he played carried a sword in both seasons.
I just have one thing
I don't think that's
say.
irony, but no, yeah, sure, okay.
At 36 years old, if you still are someone's roommate, I'm not too sad to see you go.
Joel!
No. Joel lived on his own at 36. 46, he was someone's roommate.
Gotcha, my bad.
At that point, it's not death worthy, it's just sad. Sorry, Joel, I know you're listening. So that's all you had, Curtis? Or not Curtis, Phil?
That is all I have, yes.
Was that everyone? Or Loudy, did you have something?
I had nothing.
Okay, and Dan?
Dan never has anything.
Didn't even have to ask. All right, so that is this week's news. I'm glad you're listening this far into the episode. So, we're not going to do a debate tonight, but we'll get back to those. And we're not going to do a game unless all of a sudden something funny comes up. What we're going to do tonight is I ask the guys, bring a topic, entertainment related, that you would like to talk about, and we'll cover it. So, I have one and everyone else does. Dan, why don't you go first?
No.
Why not?
Because he didn't bring one?
I want to hit you in the face. So
I do too. It could literally be anything.
God damn it. We
about...
had an hour.
You know what? Fuck it. Hey, you know what? I'll go first.
All right.
So a few weeks ago, I think it might be about a month ago now, we had talked about, if we were to reboot, a, comic series, and I think we were talking Marvel, and we were to, scrap it all, start from, issue 1, and I was given the Fantastic Four and Doctor Doom. So I've thought long and hard about what I'd want to do with that. So I guess to start, one of the Fantastic Four has to die at the hands of Doctor Doom, and it has to be gruesome as shit. So ideally, I would want to make a series where, let's see, I think to start it all, you have to kill the Human Torch because he's the youngest of the group.
He's the black guy, so he's got to die first.
Oh, no. In the new movies, he's a black guy. I'm not going off the new movies. Fuck the new movies. You can wipe me with your ass for all I care.
Is that a promise?
But no. That is a promise. You can wipe your ass with the Human Torch and see what happens.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
I know it sounds very fucking fiery, but no, I want to do something. I guess I wouldn't say Dark Knight-esque, but I guess maybe I should because that's kind of the direction I'm going. Except maybe, it starts out Fantastic Four is doing a thing. Um, you've got Human Torch, ends up getting, by himself one night. He's drunk, gets captured. Next thing he knows, he's in Doctor Doom's lair, and he's tortured and whatnot. The other three have to find him, and by the time they get to him, he's already dead, maybe dissected. Who the fuck knows? Which then, ideally, what I want to do is, start off by killing Human Torch, and then maybe a 4-part series where one by one each member dies till it's just Mr. Fantastic and Doctor Doom, and then they kind of have a rivalry thing.
Who's the heel and who's the face?
Oh well, I don't know. It's a
Who's
good
the champion?
question. Well, Doctor Doom's gone over 3 times already, so he had so with Mr. Fantastic being the ultimate face.
We'll just do it a
I mean,
fourth
I don't
time.
hate it. I don't hate it. I think it'd be an interesting short series. I wouldn't make like a franchise out of it. But...
Oh, not a franchise. No, I would definitely want to do something very short with it because I mean, if I'm killing off one by one, where it's just him and Mr. Fantastic there at the end, and the last person to die has to be his wife. I mean, it has to be just the kind of last straw type of thing. Maybe it teases like, hey, I have a chance to save her, and then last second he's too late, and then she ends up dying.
I think Doctor Doom should make Roman look strong.
God damn it!
God damn your wrestling references. We're gonna get bitched at by one of our fans. I hate when you guys talk about wrestling.
Well,
Yeah,
eat
I
a
didn't-
dick. Go fuck yourself.
I didn't even start by talking about wrestling.
I know. I just like to irritate that one guy.
Hey,
You know
Hey,
what? One
one
guy
guy,
out there. That's
fuck
why we
you.
created. That's why we created Ring Rust, just to fucking piss you off.
yeah.
I don't even know if you.
Yeah,
still
that and we
listen.
love wrestling.
That's true. Okay.
I mean, I don't hate it, Lottie. Like I said, I keep it very short. I mean, it'd be an interesting take for sure.
I mean, what would you guys do, or if you were to reboot that series, or maybe even, if you were to reboot a different series, how would you do do things differently?
I think it would be an interesting Netflix series.
Oh, definitely. I mean,
Not with them dying. I don't think so. I mean, unless you're gonna do a one season off. I mean, if I were to do it, I would not do Doom. I wouldn't have Doom anywhere near. I would just do like the Fantastic Four and either Super Skrull or them and the Skrull, and that would just be where I would start it off at.
Well, see, the only reason I went Doctor Doom is because I was assigned the Fantastic Four and Doctor Doom. That's the only reason I went that route.
Right. And that's fine.
I would just throw them in the Infinity War movie and then retell their origin later. That's what I'd do with the Fantastic Four if I had to. Now, if it's in the comic book, I would just bring them back to life and, I don't know, have them explore the cosmos and do a really crazy, out there, science-y story where they never come back to Earth.
Yeah, just have it to where maybe
I don't know about that.
well, what's his name? Time travels back and saves them all, and they all live happily ever after.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
That sounds like the Fantastic Four, though.
But I want to make it better. That's what I'm trying to do here. I don't want to
sounds like a
do
Sony
the
ending.
fucking same old song and dance where the hero saves the day. No, the hero's gonna get fucked over because that's life. Life is gonna fuck you over, man.
So it's just a one-shot Fantastic Four story, then.
Yes.
Okay. I'd read that as a what if or an Elseworld. Well, it'd be what if it's Marvel.
Mm.
But without the Thing, the Fantastic Four is boring. It's never clobbering time.
those will be
I don't watch
those
Lesbian Fulton.
those will be his last words of Mr. Fantastic as he dies in the second one. It's clobbering time, and then all of a sudden he dies.
And then CM Punk comes running out.
All right.
We
next
get it.
person.
We like wrestling. Fuck.
So, does anyone else want to go, or should I bring up my topic?
I'll go.
I mean, I go, but you go first. I'll go after you.
Fine.
As
I would like to talk about the episode of Walker, Texas Ranger, where Haley Joel Osment has AIDS.
Oh my god, the funniest meme. The funniest meme. Walker already told me I have AIDS, and everyone's just like, fuck, shit.
Honestly,
I-
that wasn't my real topic.
I'm not gonna lie. I must be behind the times because I have no idea what we're talking about.
Well, Loudy, in 1998, there was a show called Walker, Texas Ranger.
Okay, I know about Walker, Texas Ranger. God damn it.
Do you know
But
about
do you? Do
1998?
you really?
Yes, because every time I'd stay up after watching Raw, it would be on.
Oh,
You had to catch it on like when it was new because they
Yeah.
never show this episode in syndication.
No,
Deals with childhood AIDS.
Chuck Norris is gonna fuck you in your sleep, Howdy.
probably.
Yeah, Dion, you just go. I'll go
okay.
at the end.
That's fine. That's fine. Mine was more of a kind of a loose topic, but yet specific. Mine was the state of action movies, not action movies in terms of Marvel, comic book, science fiction, action bullshit. Strictly action. I'm talking, Arnold Schwarzenegger esque. Are they going to be good? Are they getting better? Are they getting worse? My argument was I think action movies are on the rise again. I think as much as I hate the Fast and the Furious movies, as far as mindless action movies, I think they do good for the genre. Obviously, with them remaking The Raid, I'm not a fan of that. But in terms of, like I said, just that mindless action, who's going to be the next action star next to The Rock? Are we going to have a revamp of of Schwarzenegger and Van Damme and Sylvester Stallone, all these dudes? I think we're having a little bit of a resurgence.
I'm not sure if Dion, have you seen the movie Escape Plan?
I have.
How did you like it?
I thought it was definitely a movie that shouldn't have happened, but I still liked it because it appealed to my nostalgic. When are Arnold and Sly gonna do a movie together, and they did another one, and I liked it for that reason. I think it didn't do very. I didn't think it did good for the genre, but I liked it. I did like it.
What if I told you they're making a second one?
God damn it.
I'm gonna shit my pants because they probably shouldn't do that.
And
I was
Bro-
gonna say-
I heard Stallone's going to be in it along with Batista.
Okay.
Ooh,
I wanted to
Ooh.
correct you, by the way, Dion.
yes.
I think your proper train of thought was, when are they going to make an action movie with Arnold and Stallone together that's not The Expendables?
That was my, yeah. I think that's fair.
Oh,
They
Expendables
did
4 is
that.
coming
It
out
wasn't
too.
the best movie.
God damn it.
Well, Dion, to take this serious, I think before action movies can get good again, we need to stop making masculinity in film look like a joke. Because back in the day, Arnold was a badass dude, and you just believed what he could do. Nowadays, they try to shoehorn 100-pound women to play like Ghost in the Shell. It's an adaptation. I'm really not criticizing it, but like Lucy and other shit. Salt was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. That's where they're trying to we're gonna take the genre and turn it on its head and give you something new. No, the shit that's classic are the big roided out dudes with giant guns blowing shit up, and they give you a compelling story. I can't buy a 100-pound woman kicking somebody's ass. Just the laws of gravity. Like, you can only deliver so much force with that kick, lady.
The laws of physics don't add
You
up.
can't hold a gun so giant. Like, I'll believe Arnold Schwarzenegger can hold a fucking, or Stallone in Rambo 2, where he's got that giant 50 cal gun. He's like, ah, like that's that's where that goes for me. So that's how I want to answer your question. You need to have a string of films where it's cool for a dude to be kind of weak. A dude, yeah, like just none of this. We got to stop worrying about toxic masculinity and all this shit. We got to stop trying to appease everybody in the audience. We don't need a fucking 4-quadrant film, young, old, man, woman. Sometimes you just make 50 Shades of Grey is made for women, not guys. But you can't make an action movie for a guy unless it's considered sexist. Yeah, you know how it goes. It's a double standard. It's hypocritical. That's what needs to happen.
But that movie's still seen as shit, though.
It doesn't matter. They'll still make a movie for a woman, and socially they don't get attacked for it. If we made a fucking movie,
that movie got torn apart.
But it's not. It's torn apart for the quality of the filmmaking. Nobody cares about. Oh, they're making a movie about a girl that is into S&M shit. If you made a movie about a dude that was into surprise sex or something like that, then it would be considered
surprise, motherfucker.
You get where I'm going with this, though. There's a double standard in Hollywood.
No, there is.
Companies have the balls to make an action movie because, you can make a movie like Rambo was like the last balls to the wall straight up action movie. from
No,
08.
you're right. You're
It
right.
was gory. It was bloody.
Well-
It had that old school feel.
He ripped the guy's fucking larynx out with his bare fucking hands.
Yeah, better than MacGruber.
It was fucking
Oh,
phenomenal.
fuck
I had
MacGruber.
half a show.
MacGruber's shit. What do you? Okay, what do you categorize John Wick then as? Like, is it in
Oh,
that
okay,
vein of?
John Wick. John Wick does that. Sorry.
Well, no,
What about
but-
even Bullet to the Head was after Rambo? I mean, that movie was still pretty balls to the walls. It had two dudes fighting with axes.
It was okay though. It wasn't like
Right. I'm not saying it's to that level, but what I'm saying is, obviously, I think you have a point. I think it's a little overblown. But as far as me wondering, is our action movies in a good place? I think those films, even like I said, even the Fast and the Furious movies, you have some stupid ass Rock just muscling out of a fucking arm cast. I mean, as dumb as that is, that's still pretty like that. Those movies make millions of fucking dollars.
True. I mean, like in the last one I watched, like Kurt Russell's part of some fucking like crazy underground government, team, and he hired these drivers to like catch a terrorist. Like, really? Your SEAL Team 6 can't fucking do that? You got to get these guys to drop out of a plane with like cars and catch terrorists? Okay.
I wish there was an action movie besides John Wick that took itself and that I considered good. Sorry, let me just preface it with that. Like what I like.
Yeah, I think that's a little
take
bit more.
itself seriously. No, but half these action movies are kind of direct to video, really shitty, poor quality and production value. Like I like The Raid and all those movies; those are fine. But Bullet to the Head, what was that Stallone? What was that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie where he's the sheriff with Johnny?
Last Stand.
Oh, Last Stand. That was phenomenal.
I'm just saying, but there's so many bad ones that don't even look like quality films. Put in Predator. That is a beautifully shot film. Awesome story. Not a lot of
all the action movies back then quality films.
More your mainstream ones. You had more mainstream ones. You also had Samurai Cop, which is a piece of shit.
Right.
I think you have more. You had more quality back then than you do today because we live in a society where it's not acceptable because of these bloggers to make a balls to the wall action movie that doesn't really worry about offending anyone. Oh, you can't make an action movie or any kind of movie where the bad guys are a specific race or nationality because it's offensive to those people that really don't give a shit. So, like, if you made Die Hard, oh, you can't make them German. It could be offensive in the way, how Germany's integrated and all this shit. You'd have to, like, worry about stepping on people's toes and doing all these things. So to have, like, a good action film in its purest sense, you got to not worry about that. Thankfully, there are a few. But we're in a much shittier place than we were 30 years ago.
It sounds like it's more of a studio problem than people wanting. I think people want it. Is the studios don't want to risk the money and the the advertising dollars to make it. That's the problem, I think. Because I mean, like I'm down for watching a blatant crazy action movie that's got a ridiculous premise. I'm fine with that. I'm entirely fine with that.
Yeah, and I mean, you get it with John Wick, but I don't think that movie had a huge budget. There it is right here, a budget of $40 million, and so far it's made 146.
Nice.
So we're talking, let's say we take off, another 20? So like $80 million in profit? That's awesome for a beginning of the year. That came out, January or February?
It came out, John Wick 1?
2.
Oh, okay.
2.
Sorry, my bad.
Saying that's a February release. Not a lot of huge movies come out. Made a respectable amount of money. Hard R. Everyone saw it, right?
Oh, yeah.
I have
That's
not.
a hard R movie. You talk about, Curtis, you're talking about the violence in Logan. The headshots in John Wick.
Does he have a chick fucking cuts her wrists?
Or when he stabbed that guy with the pencil in the neck?
Yeah.
Yes.
Great.
So that's what I'm saying.
Three different
even,
people with the pencil.
Even though I'd say per capita, the amount of those movies aren't as much as they were in the 90s and the 80s, they're still in a pretty good place, especially with, comic book movies are going to be running out here pretty soon. Monster movies are, I'd say, a coin flip of whether they're going to do good or not. Movies based on books aren't doing all that well.
Well, it's not about movies being based on books. It's the shit they're adapting for a tween audience, and they're trying to look. And I hate to say it, but they're trying to get money out of women to buy shit because this is what they teach.
John Reacher should have been a way better performing movie. That's a great fucking character. But
what movie?
John Reacher.
You mean Jack Reacher?
Or Jack Reacher.
Jack Reacher 2 was,
I'm thinking of John Wick.
Jack Reacher 2 was horseshit. Jack Reacher 1 was a good movie.
I'm sure you have fucking Tom Cruise playing a dude that's supposed to be like 6'4". But I'm just saying.
Have you seen the first Jack Reacher?
Yes, I have.
Okay, but did you see the second one?
I did not watch the whole thing. I started watching on Put Locker and I
Don't
stopped.
worry about it because it gets this. It has a subplot about a daughter. Is it really his? And it bugs itself down. All I was trying to make the point though is they're trying to market to women because in all these things they teach you that women buy more shit on average than a man. So they're trying to make money, which is fine to make money, but not everything has to be integrated either. You can have a movie for chicks. There's a phrase, chick flicks. Have those. Then you have a
God, and I mean those movies were easy as shit. Those movies are easy as shit to make and shoot and put out. They're really fucking easy.
Yeah, like the fucking Bridesmaids. What kind of cinematography and anything extravagant does that movie need? Nothing. It's like, hey, we have these actresses and we have a plot and here's the script and this is what we're gonna do. There's no setup for stunts or special effects or anything.
Bridesmaids the budget was $32.5 million. It made 170 domestically.
See, there you go. With these action movies, you can make an action movie with a small budget and market it modestly and you'll get a good return. And then there's going to be John Wick's on TV every fucking day on USA, it feels like.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then you're going to get DVD sales and all that other shit. I feel like it could be doing better than it is, but it's not the golden age of action movies anymore. And I think it's the culture.
Well, obviously, but I'm saying in terms of going forward, I think we'll be back at that pretty soon.
That's the thing I agree with you, though. And you're not going to like why I say it. It's because it's Donald Trump in that kind of era. Because if you look at the 80s, no. You're gonna hear me out. It was a very conservative time. Okay, when the country is in turmoil and it's conservative and shit like that, you get a lot more complex art. You don't necessarily get straight up.
Right.
The 90s. The 90s was a pretty calm time. You had some pretty saccharine, boring shit. I hate to say it, but any of the Stallone movies from the 90s don't compare to the Stallone movies in the 80s. Even Over the Top is better than. What did he put out in the 90s that was truly great?
Demolition Man.
Jingle All the Way.
Stallone.
That was Stallone, you motherfucker.
Dan, at least if you're going to be here, at least know the right actor. Come on, we're not talking about Jake Lloyd here.
Who?
Exactly. Anakin Skywalker. No, but my point is, when you have, like when Ronald Reagan was president, you had a lot of unrest and certain things.
So how would you say film was in the early thousands?
Shitty. Really, really fucking shitty. You had some shit.
But that wasn't controversial?
No, because 9/11 happened and it was a different time, okay? You couldn't do, for example, okay.
Yeah, you had Collateral Damage that didn't come out for 6 months because of what happened.
Yeah,
right, but it still came out in 2002.
But you had Spider-Man altered. You had things. It was a weird reactionary time. Like, I don't know much about movies that came out in 1942. That's when Pearl Harbor was, right? I know it was
41.
41. Okay. Yeah. The point is, though, like, I don't know how that affected movies because I wasn't alive back then and I don't really care to learn it. My point is, though, I'm sure it had some impact. Maybe it was more anti-Japanese, whatever. But we lived in a weird era in the early 2000s where that was affected by 9/11 and the whole thing. Now we're in like what I'll call the new 80s where excess is king and this and that. And I say if you get the right people in there and you're not worried about offending everybody, it's almost a perfect storm. You just got to stop worrying about those SJW bloggers that are going to bitch about everything, that aren't even going to go see your movie. Because those people affect everything we see or don't see because they have a louder voice. And that's why this show exists, to at least challenge them in their stupidity, not, to agree with everything they say, because it's wrong. I don't care if 50 Shades of Grey isn't my cup of tea. I'm not going to tell you not to go watch it. I'm just not going to go watch it. And we don't cover that kind of stuff here on this channel.
Right. And obviously, hey, I agree with that. But it's, and even to an effect, obviously, the topical times definitely affect the type of shit that's put out. But even, like I said, with the amount of money, and this is more based on a monetary effect, but, with the amount of money that the Fantastic Four, fucking Fast and Furious movies are making, the amount of movies they're going to try and remake, even though remakes aren't my thing, the movies like John Wick coming back out, all these more smaller budget movies, Deadpool, obviously it's a comic book movie still, Logan coming out being violent and all that. In terms of they're making money, people like them, and especially going forward, even if you take into account the whole topical issue, action movies are in a pretty good fucking place. And even if you go back and you want to talk about Expendables, Expendables 2, and smaller budget movies, people went and
Expendables
saw
3.
them. People bought them. Even low budget movies,
Expendables 4.
Skin Trade, Dolph Lundgren did a movie with Tony Jaa. People obviously didn't get a huge theatrical release, but people fucking, action movie fans were excited for that fucking movie. So, that should be
I
inside.
think you got to take comic book movies out though, because that's a genre that really wasn't a thing back when I'm talking about the golden age. You had your Supermans, and then at the end of the decade, you had Batman '89. That's it. Like, I think it's unfair to lump comic book movies in and say we're in a great place because, like, that to me, comic book movies are like action adventure, kind of like an Indiana Jones. Isn't like a pure action movie. It's
And
more
I
of an
agree with
action
that.
adventure.
But I think Deadpool goes in a different category because it was so, lack of a better phrase, it was very meta. It called out fucking stupid tropes in comic book movies. Not to mention that it's obvious with it being so violent, and it included sex in such a way that wasn't really done in other comic book movies. So, Logan, I can see being still in that category, but movies like Deadpool, I think, would fit more so. It's more of an action movie based on a comic book than more of a comic book movie.
I think we need to also create some more action stars and have them stick
For
with the genre.
sure.
Because you
For
got The
sure.
Rock who can't fucking decide what he's gonna be to the next day. It's like, oh, I'm The Rock, the people's champ. So you got some credibility. So you do the Scorpion King. It's a hit. You play to your type. Then he does the Rundown. Okay, you play to your type, a little comedy, but still action movie. Then you do Walking Tall. You play to your type, solid movie. Then you do The Tooth Fairy. And then you do The Game Plan. And then you do Be Cool, where you're a fucking homosexual hitman. Like,
Chronological, it's messed up, but no, yeah.
no, chronologically, that's accurate. That goes from 2002 to 2005.
Be Cool wasn't. I thought it was 2003 was Be Cool.
No, 2005 was Be Cool, because 03 was The Rundown and Walking Tall.
Okay.
Tooth Fairy may be out of whack. Tooth Fairy may be 09. My point is, though, those three movies... I think we watched it in college, and it was terrible. My point is, though, The Rock... for The Rock to be considered an action star, like a Schwarzenegger, you would have had to stick with a certain thing. Once Schwarzenegger was established, then he branched out to make Junior and all those crappy movies he made in the 90s. Stallone, same thing. Now, Stallone was, like, a little smarter than Schwarzenegger, because he wrote Rocky. People don't know that. He stuck with a thing, and then he branched out. You don't have anybody that's, like, building credibility as, like, an action star. You have martial artists who are a little different. Keanu Reeves isn't considered an action star because when you look up Keanu Reeves, he's got The Matrix, but he's also got Bill and Ted. He's also got Dracula. He's got all kinds of shit. You need like an action star. Even Jason Momoa does other non-action roles. Like, just get somebody that's going to do like revolutionize action, build up an iconic character, because there's no more iconic characters either. Actors are too, whatever.
Yeah, because if you look at Schwarzenegger's list, I mean, starting from, 82 with Conan the Barbarian, Conan the Destroyer, Terminator, Red Songa, Commando, Raw Deal, Predator, Running Man, Red Heat, and then you get into Twins, Total Recall, and then Kindergarten Cop, Terminator 2, Last Action Hero, True Lies, Junior, Eraser, Jingle All the Way, Batman and Robin, End of Days, Sixth Day, Collateral Damage, Terminator 3, Like, he's pretty consistent in doing action movies. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and I don't personally, I hate Junior. I think that's a terrible movie.
It is.
The Rundown was 03. Walking Tall was 04.
Okay.
Doom, Be Cool were 05.
Okay.
So 05.
Yeah,
so
he was.
05
So it was 05.
And Gridiron Gang was 06.
Never
Yeah,
saw
I
that.
Was.
Neither.
That movie wasn't
It wasn't
great.
that great.
Yeah.
And
I
Game
saw
Plan
it in
was 07.
theaters.
No, you didn't, laddie. I thought you saw Elder Football.
I did. We saw it in the theater.
Oh,
We
okay.
had we had tickets for early screening.
Oh, okay.
Game
I'm
Plan was 07. I didn't know The Rock was in the Reno 911 movie.
He kills
Yeah,
himself.
for like 10 seconds.
He drops a grenade and then blows up, and
Yeah.
that's pretty much it. He was in a bad place in like
Get Smart
of the
08.
2000s.
Race to Witch Mountain 09.
never saw.
Ugh.
You Again 2010. Why Did I Get Married to 2010. Tooth Fairy
I think
2010.
Stallone has been in more action movies than Arnold Schwarzenegger has.
Probably.
Sounds
Yeah. Oh
it
yeah.
sounds about right because
yeah,
he was
because
acting while Arnold was still modeling and shit.
yeah, because I'm looking at his stats and it's just like, let's see, maybe.
Stallone did a porno though.
That counts.
There's a
Don't
lot of
feel
action
too
in
crazy
those.
about
Mine
it.
is
Fucking
Rocky
Arnold Schwarzenegger did a
Balboa.
cover for a gay magazine.
So did Shawn Michaels.
Boom.
Go figure.
He's just a sexy boy. He doesn't know any better.
Arnold
Hey,
was an
he's-
actor
he
in
is just your boy
62
toy, though.
films.
He's
Stallone.
no sexy Kurt though.
I'll make your ankle hurt.
Ankle hurt.
Stallone acted in 81 action films.
Well, there you go.
So he
We-
did
I guess
15
what I'm-
more.
I think you need the right political climate and you need the right action stars. You could have the right climate, you don't have the right stars.
Not to go off topic, but I was able to find the John Wick 2 kill count and everything.
All
Okay.
right, read that before we move on because I got to know.
He fired 302 shots. He missed 60.
Oh my god.
Damn.
242 hits.
242 hits. 1 in the foot, 2 in the arms, 2 in the shoulder, 7 in the
compared to
legs,
RoboCop.
7 in the legs, 36 in the stomach, 90 in the chest, and 104 headshots.
There's
Is
the
this-
number I'm looking for. Holy shit. 100.
Is this between both movies or
No,
just?
this is just John Wick 2.
Okay.
2 in the pink, 1 in the stink.
As I say, that is a fantastic kill death ratio.
Well, yeah, it's 100%.
Exactly.
Shot death ratio, you goober.
No, I meant
Call of
kill
Duty
death
joke.
ratio. God damn it, Dion! I was going for the joke.
Wouldn't everyone's kill death ratio be the same?
No.
Dion,
Yeah,
this is-
because
this
you
is-
can't
Dion, this
have
is
a
one time
ratio
Phil-
For
It's zero.
instance, I have never killed anybody, so I have a 0 kill death ratio.
Well, I
get
have a
on that.
50.
Dead people.
This is
they
another
do not have a
Wii
perfect
situation where they sold millions of copies, but only sold a couple 100,000 fucking systems. Phil, this is another thing.
No. God. Why do you make things more complicated than they are, Dion? Jesus.
Wait till Florida. It's going to be a nightmare.
It's
gonna be great.
It's gonna be interesting.
Fuck.
Okay, so who is next? Let's see. Dion
Goldberg.
went. I went. Nick.
I'll go.
Okay, Phil.
My topic kind of plays on what you guys were talking about. What is the best movie to go straight to DVD and not touch a theater?
Oh my god.
Doesn't have to be necessarily successful.
I wish you would have asked me this because I. Oh, Samurai Cop.
Boom.
Samurai Cop.
Chaperone.
Theaters yet.
It has to be the chaperone.
Oh Jesus!
What?
Loud.
Okay, that
Fuck
movie
off, Loudy.
didn't suck. Seriously, I saw it. Dion and I watched it together. We didn't hate it.
It wasn't horrible.
Nah. I saw it with this chick that I was dating once. Was it a
Oh
good
god,
one?
here we fucking go again.
I don't want to hear about her asshole and how you licked it and it was a little furry and it still smelled like Taco Bell. I don't.
And she wouldn't eat my goddamn jalapeno poppers, and I wasn't happy. God damn.
no, this is a different chick.
All right. Well, either way, her
Get the rapid
waxed
over.
anus is not relevant to this.
The sad
Which
thing was,
butthole
she and I
doesn't
never
matter?
had sex, so I wouldn't know.
Here we
Well,
go again.
that's your first
Fucking
problem.
up.
That's not.
Dion, Dion, I need you to do me a favor.
Yes.
I'm gonna mail you a wrap it up box. I need you to time it every time loud goes on.
No, I've got
And-
one ready.
Anytime he
for the
says the
trip.
word girlfriend, I'm just hitting the button.
I've got
Oh,
one ready
God.
for the trip, Jeff.
Oh yeah, you do.
Let's go.
I'm looking at a list of direct-to-video movies. I can't. Damage with Stone Cold. I saw that movie. It was all right.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything.
I wish you would have asked us this in advance because I would have enjoyed doing research. Because
I know,
Yeah.
it's a
seriously.
great topic, Phil.
I want to say, I thought Out for Justice Steven Seagal movie went right to video, but I think that was in theaters for a
No,
little bit.
I just saw it on this list. I
Out
thought-
for Justice?
Sorry, Out for a Kill.
Okay, no, never mind. Or I'm thinking not Out for Justice, Above the Law is what I'm thinking of. That was a theatrical
Was that
release.
the movie we watched at your mom's house?
Yes.
Dude, we gotta finish that. That was crazy. How what's his name is just going down the street shooting people in the fucking face?
Yeah, he kills the chick in the car. She's like, get out the fucking way. He just gets out, pulls her head out, and blows her fucking brains out.
Ah, that was
What movie is this?
Out for above the that one's Out for Justice. That's the one Jeff and I watched. Out for Justice, Steven Seagal, one of his best fucking movies, and that's saying a lot for Steven Seagal.
I need to go see this movie. It sounds like.
It's great.
Look, Phil, I want you to remember this because we'll go back. We'll do some research, but I'm just going to throw my answer out there. Samurai Cop, since it's never been officially released in theaters, and I love it, and I love it. So thank you.
Do you love it?
I do love it a lot.
I love it too.
Loudy.
I agree with you, Jeff.
You better agree with me, or else I won't drive you to Atlanta.
Oh, jeez.
I'm just joking. You can ride on the top of the car.
Surfing.
He's just joking. You're gonna be dragged behind it.
Yeah, what was that gay
Oh
kid's
my
name that
God.
got killed? Matthew something. They dragged him by the truck.
God
McConaughey?
damn.
It'll be like like that was a
Jeez.
hate crime. Dan wasn't gay. It was cool. He's just asthmatic.
He's Dan.
Yeah, they're like, oh, that's
It.
guy.
Oh, it's just Dan.
I won't die from it. It's fine.
You won't. He's like Fire Marshal Bill from In Living Color. Just the flathead.
You guys will stop the car and I'll just walk up next to you. That was fun. Can we go again?
His flannel's on fire.
Oh, it's all right, Dan. We've only been on this 6 hours. We got plenty more to go. We're gonna drag
math,
your
Phil.
ass through Florida.
Okay,
You got
so,
plenty more to go.
Plenty more
Plus
to go.
one.
We're gonna drag you.
Nick, you went right.
No, I haven't got it yet.
Okay, Nick, would you like to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine is, do we think 2018 is going to be the bubble for blockbuster movies that'll finally burst and kill some major studios in Hollywood?
Ooh, this
No.
Not with Infinity Wars coming out.
Well, I mean, we've got a lot of movies coming out.
Tell us.
Let's see.
Do you need a second to pull it up? Because I'll say something.
Well, no. We got Black Panther. We have Wreck-It Ralph 2. I don't know if Tomb Raider's going to be good or not. Ready Player One.
Wait, there's a Tomb Raider movie?
Yeah, it's coming out
The real one?
16th March 2018.
Wow. A year exactly from today.
Correct.
Who's in that movie? I looked it up. You keep going. Sorry.
Han Solo's movie.
Nah.
Let's see, Jurassic World 2. Ant-Man.
Ooh.
I
I'm
don't know,
ready
maybe
for Ant-Man too.
maybe Mission Impossible 6. I doubt that's
I
gonna do
think it's safe to say no.
Goosebumps 2. Let's see, Venom.
I don't think that Venom will get made. I'm not trying to sound like that guy, but something's gonna happen where it doesn't get made.
How the
Oh my
Grinch Stole Christmas.
Wait, what?
November 16th.
They're remaking the Grinch movie.
Well,
that's
here's
based off the cartoon.
here's another one. Mary Poppins Returns at on Christmas.
What the fuck are you?
Mary Poppins
talking
returns
about?
to kick ass.
2018. Yo, all joking aside, Nick, I'm gonna go with you. 2018 may be the year that breaks a lot of people because there's just too much.
Yeah. I mean, okay. Like in December, we have, we've got Aquaman, we've got Mary Poppins Returns, and well, I don't know about the animated Spider-Man movie that may not do anything, but I mean, like, there's a lot of property here that, I mean, it's gonna be iffy, especially with movies coming out every weekend for the whole year. That's a lot of money. And with ticket prices going up all the fucking time, I mean, will people be able to go every weekend and watch a movie?
Oh fuck no.
I think a lot of stuff will suffer.
The bubble's not going to burst in 2018.
No, I think in fact it's going to keep growing and it's going to snuff out all the independent and more artistic movies. I know as I get older and I have more limited time, I'm going to just hit the big ones, the comic book movies, Star Wars, stuff like that. Whereas when I had less responsibilities, I would try to see anything that caught my eye and got my attention. So if they're going to keep saturating the market with big blockbusters, generally speaking, I think a lot of people are in my position, parents or whatever, and they're going to have limited resources, and they're going to want to go see what everyone else is seeing, and they're not going to devote that time or money to a smaller, perhaps more worthy film.
True, but I mean, like, how often are you gonna go see a movie with your kids every weekend for a month or 2 weekends a month or
I'm
something?
not saying I'm going with my kids. I'm saying because I have kids, my time is limited.
Okay,
because my
yeah,
time
correct.
is
Babysitters and
limited.
shit like that is what he's saying.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, well, yeah, then you're getting babysitters and paying for that, and then going to the movies as well. I mean, that's even more money to put into going to the movies.
And it's already like $20 a person. You take your family, it's sick. Hypothetically, your kids want to see Civil War, or they want to see Avengers and Ant-Man and.
But
this
even without
and
the
that,
kids,
Star
you got to
Wars.
get a babysitter. You got to it's you and your woman. You got to pick a day. Like, you're not going to pick.
I just think
Right,
too much.
my point is maybe let's say I have 12 days a year, I could go see a film. Let's
Okay.
just say that's how it works out. With all these blockbusters, it's a pretty good bet that all 12 of them are going to be blockbusters that I devote my time to seeing. Whereas back in the day, when maybe there were 5 or 6 blockbusters, that would mean the other 6 that I go see are more artistic, more nuanced, not as... You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I
I
do.
understand.
I
I
do.
understand.
I do.
But
And so I
but,
think that-
but then
Sorry.
but by you doing that, by going to see maybe out of the let's say all the movies that are here, you only go see the Marvel ones, which are 4 I think in 2018. That means then the other studios will suffer. They will not get, if people are doing what you're doing, Marvel is going to get bigger. The other studios are going to suffer and take a giant
he's saying.
loss.
I think
Yeah.
it'll be like Netflix though. You go to Netflix, you have thousands of movies to watch. Sometimes you don't even watch anything. Like there's just so many choices out there, and too many choices can be off-putting. And I think let's say June 2018, there are 6 blockbusters that come out in the same weekend. Just hypothetically, I'm not looking at a list. And you go, oh my god, I want to see this, and that, and you say you pick a movie, and then something else comes out, or it's just too daunting. You're like, just wait for them all to hit whatever. Like I think there's too much that could hurt you.
Okay, just since you said June, I'm gonna name you off the movies.
Okay.
Ocean's 8,
Ugh,
Untitled Transformers Bumblebee spinoff,
that ain't happening.
The Incredibles 2,
Oh,
Jurassic Park 2, I'm sorry, Jurassic World 2, Barbie, and then Untitled Fox Marvel film. That's what's happening.
Fuck that fucking cunt.
I picked a terrible month because all those, with the exception of like The Incredibles, I'm not seeing any of those.
Yeah, that's just because it's picked it right.
No, but I was just saying, like when you go to Netflix, you guys know the truth. Sometimes you go, man, I don't know what I'm gonna watch, so you spend 20 minutes looking through all the genres.
Oh, of course,
Right.
yeah.
And you're like, well, I'm just gonna click on an episode of I don't know, Elevator or something, and you just bypass all that shit.
Canada's Worst Driver. That's what I suggest watching.
Watch what?
Canada's Worst Driver.
I keep seeing that. Is it that good?
It's Don't watch the second season they have on there. Watch the first one. It's entertaining as shit.
I'll check it out.
See, I've been watching Under Arrest, Canada's version of Cops, and that shit is hilarious.
Canada has a lot of good stuff.
The Canada is a fucking lost gem. I refuse to not watch
Dion,
it.
how is it lost? It's always north of you.
It's lost.
it's
because
the Great
we don't
White
get
North.
That shit. It's Canada.
I
Or
like
Scott
Canada.
Steiner calls it Mexico North.
I like to hear it.
Well, they gave us Trish Stratus, Jim Carrey, and other people, so I love you, Canada.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, that's what I think is like. There's gonna be a lot of shit going on in 2018. There's, some studios may die, some may get absorbed, some may flourish and become bigger. It's gonna be an interesting year to watch how things turn out.
I know this is really negative, but I would love to see Disney fall. Like, I'd love to see what it would have to. I don't even want to see them fall. I just want to know concrete what it would take for Disney to fall. Like, there's something out there that could make it happen.
The Illuminati to stop funding them.
It would take all of their movies, all their properties, the live action, the Marvel, the Star Wars, all failing.
I do think Star Wars is going to quietly, not fade away, but there's going to be a point where it's like, well, we're going to come back and
it's
hardcore.
Diminishing returns pretty much.
After episode 9, we're going to see a slight.
Honestly, I think this year or 2018 it's going to be people are going to start getting real tired of multiple Star Wars movies coming out all the time.
Nope.
Yeah.
Because
Obviously not. It's kind of like with a lot of other genres of shit. You'll have bad, then it's really good, and that builds a little bit of that.
It's
that
not about
goodwill
bad, good, Dion. It's every year. Like, nothing comes out every year. There's no.
Well, come on. Marvel puts out like 3 or 4 and they're
They're
running-
different
They're
movies,
all
but it's every year.
They're all different.
No, it's all one
It's the
linear
same thing.
story building
No,
towards some purple
exactly. It's
faggot
all-
that collects jewelry.
yeah, it's all building towards one thing, so it's all basically one movie.
Yeah, but look at it like a TV show. Star Wars, it's gonna get like, okay, so this year's movie is about the old. Okay, so this year's episode 7, so we have to go back to 2015, and then this year's movie is Han. So it's just gonna get like people. I don't think they've ever done it to where it's gonna be like there's 2 separate things you guys got to follow, and I don't think the Republic is smart enough for that.
Yeah, and I mean, going to like, doing the Han Solo movie one year and then doing episode 9 and then like a backstory of another character and then episode 10. It's like it's really kind of jarring because you're going back and forward like every other year. It's really weird.
Well, I mean, we'll see, but Han Solo will make less than Rogue One, and the Yoda.
Is that your call? Is that your call right now?
Yeah, I think it's going to be law of diminishing returns. Now, the original Star Wars, the first one made a bunch of money. Empire made less, but Return of the Jedi made more than Empire. So, kind of like a weird U curve. Like Indiana Jones, those movies fluctuated in success too. It wasn't all downward hill from Raiders of the Lost Ark. But
Right.
with all this competition and shit too.
Yeah, that's another thing as well. Yeah, all the studios are doing tentpole blockbuster movies throughout the whole year. So
Because Star Wars, honestly think the reason Star Wars is so big is because it came out in an era where it was the only thing like it. Now there's 10 things like it, 20 things, everything's like it in a way because it was huge and it influenced a lot. But there's nothing to distinguish it besides its name and a few elements that make it wholly unique. Like back in the day, there was not a movie with laser swords and spaceships and this and that and the other. You can watch like an Avengers movie and you'll see spaceships and laser weapons and other shit too. It's like the novelty's gone.
yeah, that's true. And also, I mean, I felt like whenever they re-released the Star Wars movies in the 90s, I felt like that was an event. Like you wanted to see it. You wanted to be a part of that. That was an event.
Yeah,
and then
it's special edition.
Yeah, special edition. Then they did the prequels. And that was an event, and now it's no longer an event because it's happening every year. So.
Yeah.
That's inaccurate.
The three. Well, no, I think you're very excited, which is fine. But the 3-year gap was nice because it built up. Like, oh my god! Like at the end of episode 2. Episode 2 is one of the worst Star Wars movies. But like, oh, Anakin lost his arm. He got married. The Clone Wars were about to start.
But it wasn't an event when it came out. Neither was Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, Revenge of the Sith was a huge event because it was the last. It was marketed as the last Star Wars movie because back then no one thought, well, he's going to sell it to Disney in 7 years, then we're going to get a movie every year. It was like, well, this is the end of Star Wars. George Lucas owns this shit. Like, yeah, the original 3 were all big events. Episode 1 was an event. Episode 3 was an event. Episode 2 was just kind of like, there you go.
Yeah.
Episode 7 was an event too because everyone's like, well, the prequels are garbage. This has got to be good. So they put it on a pedestal because it's not the prequels. It automatically got praised.
Yeah, even though it was a blatant copy of A New Hope, but whatever.
And then you're gonna get. You'll have
fine.
people come back to episode 8. You'll have episode 7 made what $2.2 billion or something like that. It's not as big as Avatar, but it's still like the 3rd biggest movie ever, something like that. And then Rogue One made $1 billion. I say episode 8 makes 1.5 billion, and then Han Solo makes 800 million, and then episode 9 will make 2 billion or something. It'll be like that U curve from the original trilogy because people that are invested are going to see the final chapter, but again, that novelty is worn off.
Yeah, Force Awakens made 2.1. Rogue One made just 1 billion.
Just $1 billion, Dan? Or not Dan, sorry, Nick. Just $1 billion?
Just $1 billion, yeah, just $1
Sure,
billion.
it's
A measly,
just like $1 billion.
a measly $1 billion.
So I know in Samoa, $1 billion US is nothing to you. Like, you wipe your ass with that much. Cause
Oh, yeah, because it just rains from the sky all the time,
I would love to live in a country where it just rains money.
Did somebody just
I think-
queef?
Yeah, I think it was Phil.
Yeah, that wasn't a denial, Phil. Okay, so Curtis, you got one?
Yeah, I was, as most of my stories go, a little under the influence a few weeks ago, and I asked 3 people that were sitting around me one question, and they all 3 gave me different answers. So I'm going to pose it to you guys. I think there's 6 of you guys.
Yep.
You think? You
Let's
can't
see
look
if
at
this
the
lines
website?
up 2, and 2. Family Guy, South Park, or Simpsons?
South Park.
Simpsons.
South Park.
Family Guy.
Family Guy.
Simpsons. King of the Hill is my honest answer, but that's not an option.
Not an option.
No,
Now, why did you guys pick the ones you picked? I guess that was the point, was to spur a conversation.
Simpsons is smarter and has had more
It's
episodes.
been around for forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even
And
the
then-
bad
Family
episodes
Guy
are still
was
better than
funnier.
the best episodes of Family Guy.
Yeah, I mean, and Family Guy, I used to watch it, and it just got really boring, and repetitive, and I just can't handle it anymore. South Park
Yeah,
is
because Simpsons haven't got boring and repetitive.
no, they haven't. They've stayed pretty good so far.
Okay.
Um,
You're under the influence too.
always, I'm Samoan. It's how we roll.
Samoan rolls. That sounds delicious.
Sounds fattening.
Is there pineapple in that?
All over your face, laddie. All over your face.
There's pineapple and it's covered in Crisco.
That's not Crisco.
Oh, I was wondering why it tasted sweet.
It's crystal meth.
Oh, even better.
Don't tell them. No, I like even South Park. It's like I can't do it anymore. Simpsons is where I can watch that repetitively and all the time and not have a problem with it.
Yeah, I think the legacy also impresses me. South Park has just shit seasons. I mean, the earlier ones are funny because of the shock value, but then there was like a gap around, I don't know the season number, but around 2005 to about 2008.
Because that's when I stopped watching it. I was like, this is crap. I'm done.
And Family Guy was solid from 99 when it started, and then it came back. And
Right.
about 07, it just got intolerable for me. Like I can't sit through an episode because it's the same shit. It's 4 jokes cut away, something that Seth MacFarlane finds funny, but the average person either doesn't understand or someone like me who understands it but doesn't see the humor in it. So I just go, that's where a joke is, but I'm not laughing because I don't like it.
Yeah. He always puts in these jokes you have to go and like fucking Google. It's like, I don't get it. I don't care. Fuck you.
And then there's the parts where it's like, we're going to be offensive for offensive sake. And there's no meaning behind it. I am not easily offended. I'm never offended when what's on these shows. But it's like shock value for shock value for shock value. At least South
Low
Park,
brow, yeah.
That
when they do
is my whole shtick. So easy.
That's okay. I know you in person. I'll give you a break. No, but at least South Park, when they're going, making fun of Christopher Reeve or doing like really shocking in quotation marks things, there's a greater message behind it. I don't think Family Guy's smart enough, or at least it thinks it's too smart.
Dion, you were for Family Guy, and so was somebody else, right?
I was gonna say I love Family Guy, but over the last couple of years, it's starting to get really stale, and it to me they need to end it.
By a couple years, do you mean last decade?
Yeah, Meet the Quagmires was the last great episode in my opinion.
Well, when was the last time you watched a new episode of Family Guy?
I've seen almost all the seasons that are on. I've seen every episode that's on Netflix. So we're talking what, season 14 or 13?
Okay, I don't know what season they're on now, but
well, it's not that. It's not many more than that. Put it like that. I have
Maybe
access to
1 or
them
2.
all, and they're just tough to sit through, man.
Yeah, it's like season 17 because it came, outside that year that it had off. But
I was gonna say
It-
it stopped being funny to me about 2 or 3 years ago.
It's on season 14 on Netflix. Right
But
now.
you still pick that over Simpsons and South Park. Why?
Because I was never big on The Simpsons. I never got into The Simpsons.
Let's be honest. Were you allowed to watch them as a kid? Because
As a kid, no, but I've
that's
seen,
why.
I've seen
Okay,
a
no
majority
wonder.
of them now.
No, but I'm saying it's something you were watching. Like the episodes you weren't allowed to watch were the great episodes. The Canyon Arrow, the Krusty. I love the McRib sandwich.
The Rib Witch?
Yeah, the Rib
The
Witch.
last Rib Witch.
Yeah, where he goes across the country and Mrs. Lisa's spelling bee. Like I can name dozens of Simpsons episodes and moments, like the one where they go to Japan and they go and see that seizure-causing robot, and because the space is on a fucking soapbox. Like there are so many great Simpsons moments, and there are great South Park moments, but Family Guy moments are just there are no great unique Family Guy moments because Family Guy moments are other moments just represented to you.
I'm gonna argue that one with where they attempted to kill off Brian. That's the only time I'm gonna argue with you.
That you thought it was good?
Oh, that I thought it was original.
Oh, well, yeah, I agree with that.
Granted, I'm not saying it's the first show to kill off a character. I mean, fuck, there's a ton of fucking
Lodge
shows
Flanders was
that
killed
have
off before Family Guy even existed.
exactly. But I'm just saying, as far as originality and the way they went about it, I feel like, and the abruptness of it, because it wasn't really anything anyone saw coming. I think that's the only part where I'm going to disagree with you.
But then he came back, what, 2 episodes later?
2 or 3, yeah, because they went back in time, and that's how you fix things.
You don't say. You don't say.
Was his name like Rocco?
Loudy, were you advocating for South Park?
I was.
Go for it. Let's hear why.
All right. Well, it was kind of a toss-up for me because I did like The Simpsons. I was heavy into rebelling against my parents. Well, by parents, I mean my stepmom and my dad, because they were the ones that were like, "You're not allowed to watch this shit." I'm like, "Well, fucking watch me." So I would. But, that led into me finding South Park, and I just thought at the time, 8, 9-year-old Eric thought that South Park pushed the envelope a lot more than The Simpsons did. And, being a wrestling fan and a fan of, factions that like to push the envelope, D-Generation X, and, things of that nature, that's why I went with South Park.
So young
So staying
Loudy
on
was-
topic with what you said, content-wise,
Content, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, that's what I'm saying.
No. What's your question?
Content-wise, why'd you pick South Park? Outside
Content,
of
what?
yeah.
Like I said, I just feel like a lot of their stuff, not that Simpsons don't, but and that's another thing. South Park was not afraid to poke fun at themselves especially with the episodes. I think it was called Simpsons Did It First or something like that, where everything they do, it's like the Simpsons already did that. Well, god damn it! Now they're not afraid to be like, well, hey, we tried this. Well, guess what? They did too. So the fact that they're not afraid to say, hey, yeah, we did this, but these people did it first, or why I choose to go with them.
I have never heard someone in either Family Guy or Simpsons say, quote, "you goddamn fucking Jew." But I remember when I first heard that in 5th grade, and I was blown away.
You goddamn fucking Jew.
That defined me as a person, hearing that in 5th grade.
Oh my god!
We can tell.
I bet it did.
And thus Curtis
I
Lendenfield
thought it was
born.
that dick you saw at summer camp to find you.
Did you have that same counselor?
I did. We'll just end it there with it was a doozy.
Oh shit.
Okay, I got a follow-up question, and then we can move on. Homer, Peter, or Randy?
Oh, that's well.
Oof.
I'm gonna go.
I gotta go with Randy.
I'll tell you what the other guys picked when I asked them. Even though they all had picked either, like, one of them picked Family Guy, one picked South Park, they all agreed Randy was the best dad.
That's why I said Randy. I think Randy for sure.
Randy.
Even though I love
definitely gonna go
Family
with
Guy
Randy.
more, Randy is the funniest consistently.
Well, I don't think Randy Marsh came into his own until later seasons, especially with the creme fraiche and all that shit. He's awesome. Like, he's the best character on the show to me.
But even his high points are the highest of the three. Like
Absolutely. Although this is
the Lord
America.
thing. Well, and you know me, you and Hillary would argue with me about South Park all the time, and even I am saying, the Lord thing was it was so dumb. I am Lord. It's so fucking hilarious. Like, no one else has that.
I'm gonna go with Homer Simpson just for his impact.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go Randy as well, because I mean,
Is everyone else going Randy?
Yeah, because I mean, when he microwaves his balls and they become giant, that was hilarious.
Bouncing on him.
I couldn't stop laughing when that episode. That was fucking crazy.
It is funny. I just
have
like shit like tobacco and stuff.
I have late breaking news that I don't think's ever happened.
What?
Dion disagreed with Jeff.
What?
Oh my god!
We're gonna have to cancel World Class Bullshit.
10:59 on Stone Cold Day. It happens.
Oh my god, Jeff! I can't
Oh my
be
God.
your right hand man. I'm sorry, I can't be your number
Just
two.
Speaking of hands, a buddy of mine made an interesting observation. How good would it feel to get jerked off by Michael J. Fox?
Jesus Christ, where did that come from?
It'd be really easy.
I love how Phil's laugh sounded so fake at the beginning.
Phil's one of those.
That sounded like
doorknobs
Krusty the
for
or
Halloween.
God damn it, Krusty the Clown's laugh.
I was thinking Penguin from the old Batman
That's
movie.
what I was thinking
I almost
too.
said Krusty the Crab's laugh because apparently
Phil, congratulations, you are Danny DeVito, you fat bastard.
Now sew yourself into a fucking leather couch.
How about
And
you
pet
purify
somebody's
yourself in
cat
the
like
You're
you're
water
about
dying right now.
of Lake Minnetonka?
We get it, Laddie. You like Chappelle's show.
Hey, fucking A right, I do.
I do
Did I
too.
see that Chappelle's getting a
Shut the hell
stand-up
up.
special on Netflix?
Yeah.
He's getting a couple.
I don't find him funny. When I was a kid and I'd watch the Chappelle show, I'd laugh my ass off because they'd say the N-word. But now that I'm older, I watched him on SNL, and he is a political shill, fucking douchebag idiot.
Welcome to my world and why I don't enjoy most stand-up comedy.
Oh Lord.
Lord.
No, I can't think of
yeah.
one genuinely conservative comedian. They're all fucking liberal, gay-loving, fucking other obscene words that I have to string together to sound
Because the
cool.
conservatives are not sucking each other off. They're not that funny.
Oh, I agree, but I don't like half of them. I mean, it's not even political that I don't like. I just don't like the shit they're talking about. That's just not funny to me. That's why I watch the classics. Like, I could pop on Sam Kinison and laugh my ass off for 45 minutes.
Louis is always a hit.
I didn't like his last one as much as you did.
Oh man, he's entertaining.
He is. He's entertaining, but his last stand-up with the Live at the Comedy Store,
Yeah.
to me, I'll give it like a 7 out of 10. Everything else I've ever seen him do is a 10 out of 10.
What?
There were just some things that I just didn't care about that he was talking about.
I also watched Richard Pryor recently. He is entertaining. I wish I would have come across his stuff long ago. He's awesome.
Richard Pryor and George Carlin are two of the all-time greats.
Dude, I love Carlin. I love Carlin all the time. Carlin is amazing.
I hate George Carlin.
He's awesome.
I mean, you talk about comedians being political douchebags. Hell, I mean, not that he was a douchebag, but fucking George Carlin got political as shit.
But he was funny and his points were well made. I don't really
And so were
need to hear
Chappelle's.
about. His thing is Chappelle.
Who said so were Chappelle's?
Loudy just likes everything black. So look, Dave Chappelle wasn't like, okay, the Chappelle show appeals to one audience. Then your stand-up Chappelle is something else. So when you got somebody like Curtis who's really excited because, oh, Dave Chappelle, the Chappelle show, that was awesome. And you get something else, you're just like, not really as excited as I would be.
Yeah, not my thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Harrison Ford's awesome in his action movies, but then he pulls out Witness, and maybe he almost won an Oscar, but not my thing.
Is that the one where the guy only had one arm?
No, that's The Fugitive.
That was Fugitive, man. Damn.
The Witness is the one where a little Amish boy witnesses a murder in a bathroom. And
They had that weird gunfight in a barn or some shit.
Yeah, and then he fucks Kelly McGillis, who's now a lesbian.
The little Amish
That's
boy
why.
did? That sounds kinky.
I've never seen a woman age more poorly than Kelly McGillis. Like, she was hot in Top Gun. She looks like a dude nowadays. She's like
Ages like
Kathleen Turner.
Ages like curdled milk.
Yeah. Stinky.
Stinky, and you regret it because it's chunky.
Sure, Loudy.
Oh my god, that sounds like me eating Taco Bell.
I regret eating Taco Bell.
Or
every
just
day.
you eating any food with a high fat content.
You're really gonna enjoy me in Florida then.
Oh, I can't wait.
That
This is
toilet
why,
will
this is why I
that-
don't eat spam back home.
be, that toilet will be so clogged so quickly. You'll have to go shit somewhere else.
That's why
Damn
we
it,
have
Nick,
the
stop
balcony.
eating so much high protein fucking foods. God damn it.
It'll be worth it. That's why we're bringing all those matches. Just,
We're gonna have a reading of The Last of the Samoans. It'll be a great time.
And we'll get to hear Phil say, hey, you guys want to go see insert wrestling show here again? Like, no, Phil, fuck.
we want to drink and play video games.
Just went to WrestleMania, man. Give us a break.
So fans, make sure down in the comment section to let us know what you thought was the better of the three shows, Simpsons, South Park, or Family Guy. And then, of course, make sure to let us know which of those animated comedy dads is your favorite. Jeff, do you have a topic?
Yeah,
that we
real
can-
quick. I'm gonna guess that most of our audience is gonna like Family Guy.
You think they're like
I feel like we
They're going
appeal to a
Simpsons for
Family
sure.
Guy demographic.
They're
I
going-
feel like Oggs is
Towards
gonna
South
say
Park.
Simpsons. I feel like this is tough.
I say Brian Lape likes either Simpsons or none of them.
I'm gonna say
He'll
Simpsons.
say if he had to pick, I'd bet he'd say Simpsons just because of his age.
Yeah, because he doesn't really give a shit what's going on with Family Guy.
Right.
I'm leaning towards South Park.
You think Brian Lape would go South Park?
No, I'm for a majority of our fans.
Oh, I bet South Park all the way because they come to us for that kind of. I'm not going to say what we do as humor, but that kind of vulgarity.
I think Brian Lape goes Simpsons.
Yeah,
Well, you have met
Yeah,
him
we just said
in that Target parking lot.
All right, fans. So comment with what you think Brian Lape's gonna go with.
And make sure Or you check out his channel where he reviews beers and really good-looking T-shirts that you can only get from incarnate-studios.com.
The only one not allowed commenting if Brian Lapel watched his shows is Brian Lapel.
Yeah. This is some Brian Late discrimination on this episode of World Class.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I bet August says Simpsons. I bet. God, I wish we had a list of regulars.
I say Dark Knight says South Park.
Not Your Father's Clitoris Challenge will say South Park.
He'll say whatever Loudy says because they're wiener cousins or whatever they're.
Hey, what can I say? He's my lackey. He agrees with me on things.
And Loudy said South Park, so there we go.
So, my topic was, it's topical to, we all had to watch the Wonder Woman trailer. And yeah, that's how I'm going to feel. But I just have one question. Can this woman carry a film? I think she is the biggest problem with this movie. I'm not going to get political yet, but I think she is like a fucking hollow shell. If you've ever seen her in a film, she's just a pretty face and a really skinny body, and she just operates to say the line. She doesn't bring anything more. There's no life to her characters. Triple Nines, or 999, or whatever that movie was that came out last year. Anthony Mackie. Yeah, but she was in it. She was barely anything.
She's a robot. She's
But-
literally a robot in every movie.
Yeah,
How you described her is my favorite kind of woman. Just pretty and thin and not a lot of brains.
Your Honor, please don't play this tape of the divorce hearing. He didn't mean
it. He meant well.
This was said by Curtis, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's not the same guy. I swear to God. Don't listen
They
to us
sound
earlier
they
in the
sound
show.
the same, and they might say the same things. But this was Curtis. This was
And
definitely
don't
not
hit
whoever you
show
think it
more
is.
at the end of the video list.
My point is, Hollywood's best actresses are the ones that aren't attractive. Kathy Bates. A lot of people will say Helen Mirren, Viola Davis.
Wait,
The
Helen
really
Mirren's
attractive ones, which make up the vast majority, are the kind of women I pay to look at because in my real life, I go to work, I drive, I see these women in Michigan. They all have the Toucan Sam nose. They all have
And
mom
that's why he
asses.
uses a fake name.
They all sound like Curtis.
You,
Do
I
they
hate
have?
to say, but, like, you're part of Michigan, which I've been to, at least if you live relatively close to where I was. It's like northern Kentucky. Not the best,
Hence
Eric.
Curtis.
No, I'm just saying, I can understand where you're coming from, dude, but the actresses you probably enjoy because they're good looking, I can't stand because they're shit.
If I have to look at a woman, I'd at least rather have her be pretty. Like, I love Kathy Bates.
Fucking
We talk
A,
about her all the time.
God
But imagine Kathy Bates squeezing into Wonder Woman's outfit. Like, yeah, I'm sure
I
she can
just
act
got a
the shit
boner.
out of the character.
No, but let me use Princess Leia for an example. She's okay looking. She's not what I would consider my dream woman, but she was entertaining to watch. Unlike Megan Fox, who is pretty good looking, but fuck, I can't stand watching her. I don't care.
Yeah,
Look,
you
here's the
can't
thing:
care shit.
if I want to look at an attractive woman like as much as you do, I'll just look at porn where they're actually naked. I don't have to imagine what they look like. I can see them do the things I want to see them do, and it's only like 10 or 15 minutes of my time, and it's free. I don't have to spend $20 to watch Gal Gadot or Gadot or Gadot, not be able to act.
Braggle Rock.
So, are there any exceptions to this rule, Curtis?
I will pay to see anything Viola Davis is in. She is that good of an actress.
No, she is.
No,
She's fucking
I'm-
awesome.
How-
However,
are there-
again, for a movie like Wonder Woman, where the titular character is running around in a skimpy outfit, I do not want to see Viola Davis squeeze her big ass into that.
But I think there are better options than either big ass Kathy Bates or mildly large.
And those things aren't mutually exclusive. Like
They
so
are.
what the
Show me,
fuck-
give me one thin female actress that can actually act.
But again, you're not
See,
saying.
but again, I'm
You
asking
talk
for an
about-
example.
Helen Mirren has been thin for the last fucking 45 fucking years, and the
Helen-
bitch
What
can
about
fucking
Natalie
act.
Portman?
Even so, she was in goddamn Red. You brought up Natalie Portman, was in fucking Star Wars, and she can fucking act. So like
Yeah,
you
episode
say,
2, she
if
did a
they're
great
skinny, they
job.
can't act. That's like, what?
Episode 2 she did fantastic in that role.
No.
I'd say, maybe she's not everyone's cup of tea, but Emma Stone is thin and entertaining. Scarlett Johansson is
Yes.
thin. I think Scarlett Johansson's really hot, and she's a decent
Emma Stone in Birdman was awesome.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying. I don't know if she's everyone's cup of tea look-wise, but
right.
every movie she's
Jennifer
in,
Jennifer Lawrence is another one. She's really talented.
I hate Jennifer Lawrence.
She is,
Jennifer
dude.
Lawrence is good
Watch
until she
fucking
asks where the
American
pizza
Hustle.
is.
She's awesome in American
While
Hustle.
we're on this subject, I
She
think
is. She's
Streep
American
a
American Hustle.
fantastic
You guys have
actress.
shit taste. She plays the same whiny, non-emotional, fucking puffy cheek bitch actress in every role she plays.
So she plays
what you-
Jennifer Lawrence.
Absolutely.
So she plays your wife all the time. Is that what you're saying?
His wife does not have
that's,
Oh.
that's the chick who's
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, but look at Selma Hayek. Decent enough actress. Good on the eyes.
Meryl Streep
her
is a
in Desperado.
fantastic
Awesome.
actress.
Yeah.
Awesome.
No, but Dion, I was trying to think of a role that I enjoyed her in. Okay, Dogma, The Muse. I thought that was a well-acted role and she was entertaining. Jennifer Lawrence. Okay, here's Halle Berry's considered hot. What a fucking terrible actress. Can't stand Halle Berry.
Hey, she was great in the Flintstones movie. God damn it.
Yeah. Fine, here we go. Rachel McAdams. I think she's a good actress,
Oh yes.
especially in
Yes.
Red Eye. Have you guys seen Red Eye?
Yes, I've seen Red
Yes.
Eye.
That was a good movie.
You guys are sounding like a bunch of SJWs not letting me get away with sexism, and it's kind of hurting my feelings.
Oh, I'm all for
Oh
sexism,
my
but I
god,
just
we should rate
Oh God, there are so many things I don't care about. Your feelings are one of them.
No, I'm all for saying, hey, she's hot, whatever. But I'm just gonna be honest. With my money, I'm not gonna throw money at a woman because she's attractive. If anything,
Exactly.
I would make them work for it more or hold them to higher standards because they already have it easy because of the way they look. There's this thing called the halo effect. You know, you prescribe positive attributes to attractive people. I look at an attractive person and think, you're probably a piece of shit. You know, and then I go from there and I feel it out if they are a piece of shit or if not.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah. Speaking of skinny women who can't act, I mean, like we were having a fight about the movie I worked on, Triple Massacre, and the two main actresses are skinny and look good. They can't act for shit. They can't do a goddamn thing. You would love them. Trust me, you would
Absolutely.
love
Ryan
them.
Gosling in Drive. Like the dude looks great, you know.
Whoa! So, where you made this awkward, Dion. This is the second time we're going to disagree.
Oh,
Oh my
This
god.
channel
I
is
can't,
ruined.
I can't do the
time.
show anymore. Can we still be friends, Jeff?
the cock will crow 3 times when you will betrayed Jeff.
All right, Judas.
Damn.
No, I think
It was actually Peter, but
Oh, well, okay, but Judas was on the betrayal.
no, but Peter betrayed him by denying him after during the.
Oh.
I don't want to get religious.
Go back
I
to
want to talk
church.
about wieners and balls and cunts.
Balls and cunts.
Go back to the part where Dion talking about a guy that's attractive. Go on, Dion.
But Dion, you want to blow Ryan Gosling in the back of his car?
The back of
it's
his
all right.
Lincoln.
Listen. I refuse to feel bad about that. Goddammit.
Target.
I refuse to feel bad about
Drive
that.
is an amazing movie. I have that on Blu-ray and I watched it recently.
Yeah, I don't know if you're trying to be funny, but saying Drive's bad is just retarded.
First of all, again, your ability to listen, notwithstanding, I didn't say that at all. I said him in Drive is a perfect example. He looks good and he's amazing in that movie. But again, you can go back and listen to that part, whatever you do. But again, especially when he fucking crushes that dude's head in the fucking elevator. He just
God.
that's a
Spoiler
perfect
alert!
example.
Jesus.
Huh?
Nothing.
I've never seen it. I've never seen
haven't
it.
seen
But
it.
yeah, I was like,
what to tell
what'd
you.
you say, buddy? You know, but no, he's a dude that looks good and can fucking act. Like, goddamn.
Yeah,
Margot-
because he's a guy. He can do both. That's my point.
Easy.
Easy,
Okay,
Rod,
okay.
It only took
easy.
20 minutes, but now you see where I'm coming from.
I
You know
do.
what a
I don't
great
want to see where you're
film
coming from. It's
is?
probably in another dude's face.
No, I'm definitely I'm the blower.
My bad.
You know what what's a great film?
What
No,
film?
Phil. What's a great
Please,
film?
please tell us.
Fletch.
You can just say it, asshole.
Faster.
Huh?
That's
The
a
Rock?
very. I'll give you that. I finally saw that. I'll give you that.
I thought that's a great movie.
I love how Dion tried to sound like an asshole, and then he's like, "All right, I agree."
Oh, shit,
I
you know,
can't.
still
You make
now.
a good point. I can't fucking deny it, man. God.
I'll give you that one, and fuck you.
Damn, Philly's
You
trying
know-
to give you props and you throw it back in his face? Shit.
You
man.
ain't giving me shit. I'm taking it.
All right, fucking Chris Masters.
Not
you ain't
yet,
giving me the fucking
but
torch.
you
I'm
will.
taking it. Fuck
Can't you can't break this master law.
Oh, we like wrestling.
This just in. Apparently, Phil's taking a shit.
Hey, this time it was him. He brought up the reference.
I will
You
say
know
the
what's
more
a
you guys
good
talk
film
about
that-
wrestling, the more I hate it.
Well,
This was
sucks
the
to be you.
This was the first week where I couldn't I tried to watch both Raw and SmackDown and turned them off within 5 or 6 minutes.
Damn.
that was that bad, especially SmackDown. Fuck you, Shane McMahon, who I normally love.
I
Him and
guess
AJ Styles
for-
are gonna have a great match, bruh.
You shut your whore mouth, Brett.
Got you beat. I didn't even turn them on.
Again.
You know, I would rather have Shawn Michaels' impersonation of Shane McMahon wrestle than Shane McMahon wrestle.
Yeah, but I like fucking pussy, bro. So whatever.
What's
Thank
that
you.
to do with
Thank you.
anything?
Apparently, I
Shane.
love Ryan
Oh,
Gosling.
wait, I thought we were talking about my bad.
Okay, there are. If any man tells you he wouldn't go for gay for Gosling, he's lying to your fucking face.
I mean, I wouldn't, but continue.
man.
Lying son of a bitch.
At the end of the day, to quote some guy, it's
God
still another
damn it.
dude, and it's just weird.
At the end of the day, Jeff, I agree with you.
At the end of the day, guys, it is what it is. So I mean,
At the end of the day, his abs are really nice.
True, but when I look at them, I don't go, man, I want to run my fingers over them. I go, man, I need to work out.
That was oddly specific for the thing you don't want to
I was
do.
going to say you're going to rub your dick on them, but I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt there.
I
I
appreciate.
mean, if
it, but
anything,
was
it
really
sounds like Dion's
I
just
don't
gonna fucking take a
say-
paintbrush and rub olive oil on him.
Yeah, I don't look at him and want to rub.
Keep
my
talking,
tongue
Loudy. Keep
against his belly.
talking.
You're going to fucking rim the guy too while you're at it there?
Oh my god.
Fans, if you think you're bold enough to lie to our faces and say you wouldn't go gay for Gosling, let us know in the comment section. And then jump your asses on over to incarnate-studios.com.
And also,
Where Jeff is gonna release a shirt that says "Gay for Gosling."
Oh,
Yeah.
Jeff, that's your next shirt. Ryan Gosling, gorgeous face that says, "I'd go gay for Gosling."
I know.
I will buy it and wear it happily. I don't give a fuck.
Put him on there.
Only if you draw him.
Yeah, of course I'm going to draw him, but should I put a picture of his face, or should it just say the words "gay for Gosling" on it?
Just
Oh,
gay
yeah,
for
put his
Gosling
face
for
on
You
words.
there.
should just say "gay
Just
for
the
Gosling" on
words.
his abs.
Hashtag gay for Gosling.
Just the words.
Hashtag woohoo.
Hashtag jiggity woohoo.
Okay, so we're running a little long, so we're just going to go to the fan section of this show.
.com.
Did anyone else have a topic, or am I the only one that didn't go? Or I went,
Yeah.
No,
right?
you
My
did.
my topic is
Twice.
how
I think
Phil
Dan's
isn't
the
as
only one who
good as
didn't
he
go.
thought.
Fuck it.
I didn't really technically go twice because the whole Walker Texas Ranger thing was a joke.
Plus, Haley Joe Osment having AIDS is pretty goddamn hilarious.
If only it was Jake Lloyd. That's all I'll say. All right.
God.
Yeah, but then again, we gotta like, oh, fucking, they made fun of my lightsaber and my AIDS. Shut the fuck up.
Your lightsaber heads.
Okay, I got one last question before we move on.
Yeah, of course.
God.
Like, if you had to give a kid AIDS, which kid would you give it to?
Your kid.
Oh shit!
I actually get a little. I don't know why my kids keep getting brought into this.
Wait, are we talking throughout history? Or just current
You
children?
pick any kid to give AIDS to.
Okay, I'm not gonna pick Hitler because if you kill off Hitler, like none of us are gonna exist. So
Yeah, and there'd be a bunch of Jews, and it's just not good for anyone.
Seriously, just like someone goes, oh, I'd go back in time and kill Hitler. You're wiping yourself off the face of the earth because in some way the events of World War II made you. You know,
Absolutely.
grandparents either were in the war and met, or something happened, or the grandpa going away to the war made you and your their grandma relationship stronger. I don't know. Something happened. Don't kill Hitler. You know, unless you want to live. I want to live. So, sorry, 6 million Jews. I don't
Sorry, it wasn't more.
know what child would I give AIDS to.
Yeah.
I'm really stuck on Jake Lloyd right now. Oh, Honey Boo Boo, yeah.
There are
Give
5
Honey
other
Boo Boo
of them.
AIDS.
That girl that was on Dr. Phil, I'd give it to her.
Are you gonna cash her AIDS outside?
I was just reading an
Fuck
article.
you, fuck you, laddie.
I was just reading an article
Who's
about
Eric?
her. She's about to become a millionaire.
Yep.
Well, time for me to commit suicide.
See you, laddie. It was nice knowing
All right, later, guys.
So, anybody else want to talk about the AIDS that they're going to give the children, apparently?
This seems like a Curtis Lindenfield topic.
It
It does.
It is.
It
He
is.
literally brought it up too, Phil. So thank you.
Yeah.
I didn't know diabetes attacked your ear. But...
Sorry, I was taking a piss.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was.
was not aware of that.
Hmm.
Okay, well, since someone else is going to answer, let's just.
So fans, if you could give AIDS to
Oh my God.
Please pick Jake Lloyd.
I was gonna say
caveat, I'm really stuck on Jake Lloyd right now.
it would either be Jake Lloyd, Haley Joel Osment, or Macaulay Culkin.
No, you leave Haley Joel Osment.
Macaulay Culkin already has AIDS. You have
Hey,
to.
leave Culkin alone,
No.
dude.
Then he can get fucking double AIDS for all
No.
I give it.
Make it Northwest.
Oh
You get-
shit!
I fucking hate you, Kanye.
You get double
Okay.
AIDS and you fucking like it. Ooh, there's one to give AIDS to. That kid, Northwest.
I just said, oh my God!
I said that. God,
Pissing!
what do you do for a living? What do you do?
Not listen?
I was in the bathroom. Fuck you guys.
You just
again?
heard me say this.
We've got fucking chubby Helen Keller on our show who just fucking mob, Northwest, mob, diabetes, AIDS, mob.
Who you calling?
Hey,
who you
in
calling
Phil's
Chuck
defense-
Norris?
Phil, fuck.
In Phil's defense, diabetes can give you the smallest bladder in the world.
You were supposed to be dead.
Damn.
Plus, I love how like Phil goes literally we say he can't hear, he's deaf, and he goes, wait a minute, who are you calling? And I was just like, you motherfucker.
You ruined the joke and the episode. Thanks, Phil.
Great, now we can't even upload this.
Oh, we will. It'll just be we're on Podbean. I edit the audio better. I put in music and try to make our show sound way more professional. And yeah, cock it up. Thanks.
With your fucking jiggity woohoo bullshit over there, I swear to
Jake
God.
Woo is a national treasure.
Hey, jiggity
Thank
woohoo can be
you.
used in more than one tense.
It's a miracle. And I want you to fucking acknowledge it.
It's a miracle on 34th Street. So
Terrible.
let's read some fan mail. There is nothing over on our email except a bunch of responses from Twitter from a guy named Mike Street. So Mike Street, thank you for liking our review of Kong Skull Island. By the way, you can see Mike Street on Twitter at Mr. Mike Street. Don't forget the Mr. Brian Lape likes our tweet. So thank you, Brian Lape. You know we love you, dude. And I'll see you in a couple days, which is not creepy at all.
At least not in a Target parking lot.
There will be no targets involved, sir. I am so sorry.
Oh, there's gonna be a target involved, all right.
Yeah, your butthole, Laddie.
Nope, sorry. I'll be in the opposite direction of where you guys are gonna be.
It doesn't mean we can't figure out where you are and just rape you for 10 years.
Yeah, it's
damn.
kind of nope. Sorry, guys. Nope.
Gonna happen.
Nope.
Hey, spoiler
Oh, it's
alert.
just
Brian
for
Lape's going to Florida with us.
Oh,
The whole Veronica thing was a lie. It was really Brian
Oh.
Lape, and you guys are sharing a bed.
Nope.
hey, sweet.
Yeah. Well, he's loaded, Phil. He's paying for everything just to sleep with Loudy. It's like an indecent proposal. Give us
So
a vacation, we give
So
you
he
Loudy.
is loaded now, and soon Loudy will be.
Yeah, with
Way-ho.
Hookers and cocaine for everybody except for
Except
Larry.
I'm in.
You get Brian.
Yeah, Loudy's Brian.
Can I at least get some cocaine?
No! You get cum.
I don't want it.
You're gonna take it. Take it, whore.
You get the liquid form of cocaine.
Yeah. Inhale it through your butthole.
Well,
It
Phil,
don't
you
matter.
you have diabetes. You can't have any cocaine.
I can have cocaine.
You might
Nope.
split your foot off. Okay, so fan comments over on the YouTubes. 21 Innocent Bystander says he just rewatched the prequels and it gets better with each viewing.
Said no one ever.
Said
I don't-
21 Innocent Bystander. But he also says The Force Awakens was the worst experience I had in the theater because of how lazy, unimaginative, and disrespectful it was. Damn, I don't think I'll ever get over it. Well,
I can agree with that.
21 Innocent Bystander, I hope you listen to my review of episode 7 from 2 years ago that has like almost 40,000 listens. So thanks.
I don't think that bystanders are so innocent.
They deserved it.
Thank you.
Highway Demon, you know a franchise is over when you wish the bad guy would kill everyone. In reference to Star Wars. By the way, Kendo Slice, you also get an honorable mention. You know, you're a listener of the week too because you're the only person to follow us over on Podbean. So, listeners, if you want to help us out, make sure you're following us on Podbean as well as over here and spreading the good word. We'll be on iTunes within the week.
Yeah, Podbean does have an app for Android and iPhone, and they're really easy to use. And you can connect to through the app through your Facebook and download the episodes whenever you want to and have them on the go. It's real easy.
Yeah, it's just a new way. And here's the thing: we're slightly better on Podbean because I put licensed music in it. So if you like Axel F, some of our episodes end like that.
Yeah.
Just go to Podbean.
Yeah.
.com.
You'll see all of our fucking faces on there too. So you can stop calling
.com.
me white.
What?
Stop calling me white.
Augs for President, thanks for all the follows or all the likes over on my Instagram account. I'm glad you like my artwork. He also says this episode 30 and 33 are the funniest episodes of World Class Bullshitters. Well, Augs, when I put together a track pack to sell some of our channel ventures, I will put episodes 30 and 33 in there.
Does anyone remember what those ones were about?
I'm looking it up now.
Yeah, Daniel-san, you look those up. I'll keep reading the fan mail.
Did you say 38?
No,
30 and 33.
Oh, 30 and 33.
I got it because I got a playlist.
Walter Goodman, Joel is in Asia being a pedophile.
Okay. I thought we were reading these things for news, like to learn new things.
Oh, well, no, these are just what the fans think of the show. You know,
Oh, okay.
they're the
My
people
bad.
we do this for.
What?
Brian Lake, like I said, at the end of the day, I agree with Jeff. Thank you, Brian. Since Dion betrayed me, I'm fed up with this world. I have you now. You're closer.
The day is mine.
Oh, Dion, did you
Have
hear
you now?
that James Franco's The Disaster Artist is getting rave reviews?
Yeah, man.
Oh
Ever
my
since
God,
I
I
saw
can't
I cannot wait to see that shit.
Yeah, we're gonna do a fucking event when that comes out.
Fuck yeah,
And by the way, we gotta see Samurai Cop, dude, in theaters.
dude. Amen. Amen.
Now, I don't know if this is a real comment or a troll comment, and I'm gonna read it anyway. It comes from Norman Odinson. I'm from Kentucky and Tennessee, and I feel that I need to point out that if you want to avoid Negroes, going to Kentucky is a much better option than going to Tennessee.
That's
Well,
my
little
kinda
does he know, we have the Negro hero, the one and only
Booty
Dion.
Tang?
Baby, baby.
Holla holla.
Okay. Oh, never mind. SoCal Rice King, we've already addressed your
Yeah,
dust.
he was the queer of the week, if you remember correctly.
Reality's Frank, you're all invited to the wedding, except Dan and Curtin and Phil and Dion. Never mind. You know what, Reality? You didn't say Nick or Jeff. We're going to show up to your fucking wedding and drink. Even if you don't have an open bar, we're drinking all your booze.
Damn
It's
right.
a good thing Curtis can't go, but Dustin can.
We're gonna
Get a hold of him.
No,
crush it,
Curtin
bring
can't go, but
booze
Curtis
to-
can.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck Curtin.
Curtin can't go.
What about Cuckin? Can Cuckin go?
Fucking McNeese. Put it like this. Nick and I would get really shit-faced and tell embarrassing stories about you, even though we don't know you. We just make them up just to make your
Oh
life
God,
happy.
yes. Oh,
They'd
oh.
hijack the microphone just like this faggot over here.
And I would escalate playful flirting to sexual assault, so I will see you there.
If you want a memorable wedding night, just invite all of us.
That sounds like such a
In
terrible.
9 months, you'll have a baby.
Cards
That
Against Humanity answer.
Let's see. No Filter, who's also the Dark Knight, he asked me if I'm going to do a video about these idiots who bitch about Iron Fist being white. I'm going to watch the series. I'm going to try to watch it tomorrow, actually, because I'm going to Atlanta on Saturday. But I'm going to do my best to watch as much of Iron Fist as I can. So this coming week, I'll give you guys a review of it, and I will tell you if the political bullshit is just bullshit, if the show's good or not. I mean, as of now, the Marvel Netflix series have all been great. Jessica Jones not as great as the other ones, but still quality entertainment. And we'll see, man. I don't think it's fair to knock a show down strictly on, oh, they made somebody white. The character's always been white. I'd be bitching if they were black or Asian. You know, if you want to read about an Asian character, go read Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu, not Iron Fist.
Not to
Wonder
interrupt,
what
but
Bulletproof Monk.
would you like the episode 30 and 33?
Yes, I would.
30 is what the fuck is the new Ghostbusters theme,
Oh, God, yes.
Oh.
and 33 was Ghostbusters 33 and a third, the final fuck you.
I was on point with those names.
Hey Dan, which one was the X-Men review?
Probably called X-Men review.
Yeah,
I mean X-Men Apocalypse. Like what? No, like what number was it?
those aren't numbered, Loudy.
Oh, well then never mind.
We don't
But
look.
that one was numbered because it was I remember being the first one I was on.
I'll look
Well.
it up, but I don't think I don't number movie reviews normally.
Yeah, he doesn't number those.
Those don't count as episodes of World Class Bullshitters. Those are just extras we do for the listeners. Like the Logan review, if we were going chronologically, would have to be episode 63, but it's not. Last week's show is episode 63.
All right then.
That's why we had that weird gap from the last couple weeks where we're like, it seems like we're missing an episode, but we've put out content every week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. God, you've been on the show for a while now.
Yeah,
Not
it's been a
since the beginning,
minute.
like some of us. Like me.
I was there in spirit though.
No, you weren't.
No, but John Wayne was.
Yes.
John Wayne's everywhere in spirit.
Yeah.
Pilgrim.
Pilgrim.
I can't even find where the X-Men review was. It was what, last summer?
No, it was spring, I thought.
I don't know. It's not important. There's really not many other comments to read. Dark Knight. What the fuck is that? Anyway, sorry. Brian Leip just says he likes Better Off Ted, and somebody wants us to publish that Dick Finger Kruger gif. Oh, okay.
God.
No problem. I'll draw out a Freddy Krueger penis finger gif just for you.
Can you make all the penises like different ethnicities so they have different sizes corresponding to
If I make any of them Asian, they're going to be useless to hurt anyone with.
thumb? Have the Asian one be the thumb and have the black one.
He's obviously thought this out, like very
Absolutely.
particularly.
Fine.
I mean,
I'll make the middle one a Shane Diesel caliber one just for you.
Oh my god.
I prefer Mandingo, but Shane Diesel's fine.
I mean, he can't stop looking at all those dicks, guys.
I don't know what to say. That's probably the best catchphrase of the show. Chan CNEX says Con Air is a better movie than the three we presented. And Kendo Slice says you guys should just create a Hymendale brand. I'd buy that shit. Okay, Hymendale it is. Jiggity woohoo, all that good shit. Let me write down Hymendale because that would be a lot of fun. Who would really wear a Hymendale shirt though? Like, where would
Apparently him.
Okay, Kendo Slice. Thanks for fucking follow us on Podbean, by the way. But where are you gonna wear your Hymendale shirt? Like church?
Exactly.
I'll get somebody
Funerals.
if they wear I'll go gay for Gosling shirt to church.
You'll send it for free, you say?
If I could get a guarantee.
I might start going back to church because I want a Gay for Gosling shirt.
Aside, I bought you a T-shirt for your birthday. Just text me your address.
Yo.
Okay, so this has been episode 64 of World Class Bullshitters. I feel like I should have made it all about Nintendo as a joke, but you guys don't want to watch that kind of shit. So,
Missed the opportunity.
yeah. I think episode 69 will do an all sexy episode, though. Seriously, like, favorite
Works
news,
for me.
big tits, best butts. It's not for the faint of heart.
So
Nope.
Dion's answer will be Ryan Gosling.
Yeah! I mean,
Ryan Gosling and Crazy Stupid Love when he went shirtless. Yeah, Emma Stone might have been in it, but Ryan Gosling, man.
buddy,
Baby.
Because you know the fucking exact name of the film.
I was to say, I was like,
Wow.
placement.
Wow.
Can you give me a timestamp? When you give me a timestamp when you got an erection? That's what I need to know so I can.
Oh,
avoid-
0001.
He started
Right
out
now.
Gosling. Did you jerk off in the theater at La La Land?
I've never seen it, so I can't say.
You lie. You lie. You
Whatever.
lie.
I really don't.
Bullshit.
That
No.
one ex-girlfriend who wouldn't look at that had a giant.
But La La Land just
ball.
came out. There's no ex-girlfriend, motherfucker.
We don't.
No,
whatever.
it's
I'm just
been
saying.
out for like a month. What do you mean it just came out?
I've been with the same girl for about 2 years.
You lie.
No.
There's a chick named Frank out there.
Frankie, come on, Frankie.
Oh my
No,
bad.
no Frankie.
No bueno.
No Frankie.
All right.
However,
Oh, easy. Get the fuck out of here.
Take a knee for Coach Loudy. Dion will take 2 for Ryan Gosling.
yeah. I
So
mean,
if-
what better words could be said than that, guys?
Well, these. If you liked this show, make sure to give it a thumbs up and like the video. Leave us a comment down below if you hated the episode so we can make fun of you next week. Shoot us an email at worldclassbs@mail.com, the best mail.
.com.
.com.
We're over on Twitter at the World Class BS. We have thousands of followers. Make sure to tweet us. We'll read your tweets on air, especially if you're that Mr. Mark guy. Thank you, Mr. Mark guy, that I forgot your full name for.
That works.
Yeah, it works too. And Brian Lape, he'll mention us in a retweet, and he's cool. So thanks. Also, you can follow us now on Instagram. We have an awesome Instagram. We have a pretty good social media manager. We started outsourcing to an island of Samoa, and I feel like we're getting what we pay for. I'm very happy.
That's right. We gave him
Yeah,
2 coconuts, and he's been happy.
I'm about to say those 2 coconuts a month are really helping out.
I'll make you a deal. If you up your posting by double, I'll send you 2 pineapples next time as well.
Sold.
Yeah, dude. Pina
Done.
coladas for a week.
Time out. Jeff, you need to start sending him boxes of Samoas. It is that time of year again.
Wah, wah, wah.
That I would love to say that joke is flatter than some girls' tits, but I don't know any girl that's related to us in some way that has no boobs. So I'm not going to go there with that joke. But also, we are World Class BS on Podbean. WorldClassBS.podbean.com. Check us out. Subscribe. Listen to us on the go. If you don't want to waste your data plan with YouTube, we're there. Same content. Actually comes out the same day too, so you're not missing anything. If you really like our show, we've been putting out a lot of videos lately. Pretty proud of the output. We did a Kong Skull Island review last week. You can hear what we thought of it on there. We also did a drunk Beverly Hills Cop commentary. Loudy had a great time. Dion fell asleep, so he hated it.
Oh,
It was a phenomenal time.
Clearly, Dion hates that movie because there's no Ryan Gosling.
Yeah. He was awesome. Hey, Dion, real quick. Recast your favorite movie with Ryan Gosling, and how much do you want to fuck in it?
And who's he replaying?
Moulin Rouge, starring Ryan Gosling, and Ryan fucking Gosling.
Now, does anyone replace Nicole Kidman?
Ryan
Yes.
Gosling.
Tom Cruise.
Okay,
Tom Cruise.
A Tom Cruise, Ryan Gosling suckfest with Baz Luhrmann music. That might sell in some Asian markets.
Some Samoan markets too.
Okay, I know.
I would recast Cody Lane Blue Room on Pornhub and have 8 Ryan Goslings gangbanging a Ryan Gosling.
Oh, goddamn. Boner City, bitch.
Can they smile the entire time? Like,
No, I want to see that terror in his eyes because normally it's just beautiful.
Oh god.
Is Ryan Gosling's dick too big for my Ryan Gosling asshole?
Maybe one's not, but 8 definitely are.
Find out in the next episode of World Class Bullshitters.
Oh god.
Oh, okay. Thanks, laddie. You killed the momentum.
I do that.
Stop. Hammer time. Anyway, I've been your host, Jeff Hicks.
I'm the man with the plan and your hometown Negro hero, Dion.
You don't live in my hometown, goddammit.
Anyone?
Sequentia Ocha.
What?
The fuck did I just hear?
No,
He
I
called us
think,
all White Devil.
I think that's what. Yeah, that's what. That's what. I thought he was.
Well, Phil, that mistake you just made was huge. I've been the rowdy one, and
Shut up,
is.
Bird.
You know what, fucker? Why don't you go speak Spanish somewhere else? Behind my
Speak
wall, maybe.
Spanish here. The closest thing we have is a Samoan.
Well, I've been your friendly neighborhood Samoan saying good night.
I am Curtis Fundenfield, and remember, this show is sponsored by Gay Marriage. Gay Marriage. Get a tax break for sucking dick.
Hey, Dad, close it out.
I have been your host, the man with the plan, the original tan, Dr. Nick Lindenfield, and these are your shorts.com.
.com.
Go buy a goddamn t-shirt.